Hi everyone. Tokimori PRISM Project Gen 初見さんのTokimoriあおいだよ. Hi guys, I'm Aoi Tokimori Generation 1. Calls me a PRISM Project and someone is calling me. It is my mother. Hello. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, hold on. Oh. Would she call me? That was weird. Okay, just kidding. I don't know if she actually called me or not. Let me see if she needed something. I'm trying to plan my travel stuff right now, so that would make sense if... Yes? Oh, okay. 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 So wait, hold on. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, that's all.
Hi.
Okay.
Honey, are you speaking right now?
Yes, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure she didn't dox me. I wanted to hang up so fast. I needed to hang up so fast without her, like, doxing me. Okay. Alright, hi. Anyway, guys, hi. Good morning. Not good morning. I've been up for a while. Hi, Tokimori. Bye, Tokimori. It was a butt dial. She said, I butt dialed. Do people say that? Do people say that still? こんばんは。こんばんは。いらっしゃい。来てくれてありがとう。いらっしゃい、いらっしゃい。Yes. You say butt dialed? Okay. I say that when I'm old. Is it an old person thing? I would say butt dialed just because my parents say butt dialed. Oh, pocket dial. Yeah, pocket dial. I feel like pocket dial is a little bit more like... I like the word pocket dial better than butt dial. Okay. I have, as you can see here, I have a thing of red wine that I opened. I actually opened this with my friend yesterday. But she was a little sick, so we didn't drink very much of it. Which is why I have a lot of it remaining. But it does sound funnier. It does sound funnier, but she sent me a message that says butt dialed. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Fancy. Yes. I think in any other country, in any other situation, like, red wine is very fancy, but, like, here, I'm like... Actually, no, that's a lie, because my grandpa's like, this is my $2 chuck. But then I think he said it's $3 because of inflation or something like that. So I'm like my grandfather. I'm like my grandfather. I like cheap red wine, I guess. I will say I'm a little bit partial to white, though. Also, I've been sneezing and blowing my nose nonstop for the past, like, 2 hours. I'm not sure why. I opened the window. Maybe it's pollen, I don't know. Because, like, I opened the door. Recently, I don't really care. Like, Mimi goes out if she wants to go out. So, and she always comes back within, like, 10 minutes. So, I've been leaving the door open a little bit, like, in the afternoons because she wants to go outside a little bit. And I let the air freshen because there's not a lot of, like, good ventilation here. So I let the air freshen, but, like, it's... I don't know. For some reason, my nose started running. Damn you, Paula. Yeah, I guess so. I also just did my laundry, so I was kind of moving everything around and, like... I don't know. Maybe that's why, too. So, yeah. I'm coming to you, as usual, with a little bit of a stuffy nose. Which is... I don't know. I feel like sometimes I just sound perpetually like my nose is stuffed. I don't know why. I'm not sure why that is. Like, well, maybe because it's partially true. Nothing beats cheap wine. How's your day? I'm recovering from removing my wisdom teeth. Oh my goodness. I hope you recover well. Wisdom teeth are... I've only had one. I've only had one taken out before, but that was not fun for me. So I hope that you recover well. My day has been pretty okay so far. You know what, you guys? I made a blue cheese pasta today for lunch. It was good. I had this blue cheese that I really needed to use before I travel this week. So I was like, I better use this like now. And so I used like the rest of the blue cheese and like it was good. It was good. A little, but it's the iconic Aoi voice at this point. It's a little nasally. I'm not sure. I never thought of my voice as like really like, why do I sound like I have a stuffed nose? Maybe because I do. Allergy season, am I right? Anyway, shall we? Shall we? 今週もお疲れ様って言おうと思ったんだけど、今日月曜日だった。まあ、先週お疲れ様でした。I was gonna say, have a good week, everyone. Good work this week, but it's literally Monday. Happy Monday! Happy Monday, KP! Anyway. It has been a week. Blue cheese for an entire pasta. Yeah, oh my god, it was, I looked up some recipes for it. So I had like about half a thing of blue cheese. Like it wasn't that much. Like it wasn't a crazy amount of blue cheese, but it was definitely enough. It was definitely like enough for the pasta. So I put that in, some butter. I was looking up like a recipe as I did it. So I didn't measure everything out because I just wanted to use all of the blue cheese that I had. So I put in, so there was some butter and there's some blue cheese and then a little bit of mozzarella, and then some I know that creme fraise, whatever, is not heavy cream. It's like, if anything, I feel like it's closer to sour cream than heavy cream. But I have it and I like how it tastes sometimes. So I put in a little bit of that and then a little bit of milk. Yeah, creme fraiche. Yes. Thank God it's Monday. Let's go. I'm actually just eating my breakfast. Good morning. Hey, Ollie. Hello. Welcome in. Does blue cheese smell? Yeah, it's pretty... It's pretty, like... It's the blue... What do you call it? I don't know how... Aokabi cheese. It's like the... Because you know there's cheese that grows like white mold, and then there's cheese that grows like blue mold, right? Or like green mold or whatever. Oh, it's blue, I guess, because it's blue cheese. So it has like the blue mold. And it's very like, it smells and it's got a really like interesting taste. But I like it. At first, I remember like when I first like tried blue cheese, I was like, whoa, but I definitely grew to like it. And yeah, so the pasta I made today was actually really good. And then I put a little salt and pepper, obviously. But yeah, it was, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I've learned how to make a variety of different pastas. I do like, you know what I do like though? I like vodka sauce, although the stuff that I make isn't really like, it isn't really your classic vodka sauce, but I do like vodka sauce. So I'll make that sometimes. And then I make carbonara sometimes, although it's, so I say I make this, but I look up the simplest recipes possible and just like make them work. So I make carbonara before. I make lemon parmigiano a lot. And today I tried blue cheese. It was cool. It was good. I liked it. It's intense. It is intense. It is intense. But yeah, if you like it, you like it. Sounds like, but keep that away from Iku. Oh, does she? Well, does she not like blue cheese? I guess so. She doesn't really like... She's not like a super big cheese person, I think. Like, she'll eat it, but she's not like, I love cheese. Whereas I'm like, I love cheese. Hold on, let me blow my nose. This is a problem. One of the best things about being a VTuber is that you can stuff tissues in your face and no one can tell except for the fact that my voice just got more nasally. She's so good. I'm so proud. Thank you. Thank you. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. Also, hi Iku. Hi babe. Welcome in. You can make vodka sauce? Yeah, but I mean it's not like it's super scuffed vodka sauce. I literally just put tomato sauce and put like cream and stuff in it. That's it. I know that that's not really how you make vodka sauce, but cooking is simply exactly. Cooking is I've gotten used to it. こんばんは。いらっしゃい。いらっしゃい。来てくれてありがとう。日本語勉強中です。あ、私もです。一緒に頑張りましょう。Also, yes, hello. Hi. Hi. Welcome. Cooking has gotten a lot easier for me, but it's still, I would not consider myself a good cook at all, by any means. Okay. These tissues are now affecting my ability to talk, so let's not. Why did it have to be today? I didn't think, like, I don't know. It's like my allergies, you know? They really come and go. I was doing really good. Like, yesterday was really smooth. Smooth sailing. Smooth sailing. I'm from Gunma! Oh my god! Iku loves Gunma! Gunma いいね。私、Gunma は、Gunma 草津温泉しか行ったことはないかな。地味にね。あとなんかあったのかな。群馬？あ、いや、あれ？もう一個の温泉あったはず。群馬、なんだっけ。群馬の草津と、あれどこだっけな。もう一個の温泉行ったんだけど、どこだっけな。忘れちゃったな。有名なところなんだけど、忘れちゃった。あ、水上温泉。違う。どこだっけな。忘れちゃったな。なんかすごい山だったって言おうと思ったんだけど。あ、みなかみは行ったことないな。どこだっけな。出てこない。名前が。出てこないな。あ、伊香保だ。そう、伊香保だった。あ、伊香保行きました。伊香保も行きました。でもそんぐらいかな。We should take your nose after allergy subtitles. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get some like Allegra or something when I go to the States. 伊香保だ。Yeah, Kusatsu. I've been to Kusatsu and I've been to Ikaho in Gunma. And I love Gunma-chan. Gunma-chan is so cute. I would buy Gunma-chan goods if I was a Gunma県民。私、群馬県民だったら、群馬ちゃんグッズ買うわ。てかまあ、群馬県民じゃなくても買うかもしれないけど、可愛ければね。そうだね。あとね、意外と温泉は、どこ行ってるのかな。そんなことないか。草津温泉、伊香保温泉、もう日本、あれ神奈川らへんにあるところ、どこだっけな。名前出てこなくなっちゃったな、全部。I still wish Mr. Guma-chan plush I lost all those years ago. I'll buy you another one! That'll be my birthday gift for you this year. I'm already telling you. I'll buy you Guma-chan this year. 箱根だ。箱根はね、でも入ってはいない。箱根温泉は回ったんだけど、箱根回ったはずなんだけど、温泉自体は入ってないな。なんだったっけな。もうでもなんか、あるんだよ。なんかいっぱい行ったことある温泉。ただ名前が思い出せないだけだわ。なぜか。 なぜか出てこない。It's okay, babe. I go to Gunma more than you. That's true. That's actually true. That's true. I have no reason to go to Gunma. I guess. Which is why I've only been twice. But that's still better than like Ibaraki, because I've only been to Ibaraki like once. And I didn't even do anything. I like drove through Ibaraki. I will buy you a Gunma-chan. Okay, actually, maybe that makes sense. Maybe that makes more sense than me buying you one. Gunma-chan is great. Gunma-chan is so cute. As like a mascot, like dang. So cute. So cute. Oh, my friend. I was texting my friend and she said I can't wait to have Mimi again because I'm having Mimi stay with her. So. Also, hello, welcome in. Are we okay? Yes. Welcome in. Welcome into anyone who's just coming in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm just talking. I wanted to chat a little bit about my residency this week because it was really funny. If you kept up with me on Twitter at all, you'll see that I had a really funny time. I had a really funny time in residency this week. Also, hello, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. こんにちは、こんばんは。そっちはあれか。夜中の2時か。だいぶだね。だいぶ夜更かしだね。She was number 1 ranked for a while. Gunma-chan. Oh, I was gonna say Gunma-chan's a she, and then I just had to think about her name. Not the way. Are any of you guys watching Shogun? The series on Disney Plus. I think it's also on like, I don't know, Hulu. No, maybe not Hulu. There's another platform that it's on, but I can't remember which one it is. Hold on. My nose is really stuffy today, or it's running. Like, I don't know, like it's sometimes it's plugged, but today it's like running, you know? Did you convince that girl who asked about your mic to be a VTuber? No, I did not. She wanted to do a podcast, so how often were you tempted to say Otsu residency? Just at the end, because I was like in a Discord group. I joined a Discord group and I was like, what else do you say in a Discord group besides Otsu, you know? I heard it's good. Yeah, apparently it's got really good ratings. I've only seen the first episode, but yeah, Shogun's out. Technically, Gunma-chan identifies as genderless. Oh! I'm sorry, I gendered. I assumed Gunma-chan's gender. But yeah, I did make it through residency. It was really fun. But yeah, Shogun, why did I get... Oh, I got onto this subject because Shogun, there's a show on Disney Plus, Shogun, which is a remake of the old Shogun, which my parents really like. My mom really loves the original, like, 1980 Shogun miniseries or whatever, and so they started watching the new one and they were talking about it to me, and my dad, he goes, what does sama mean? And I was like, and I had to explain the concept of like honorifics or whatever. And he was like, what does san mean? Because apparently in the 1980 version of Shogun, they call the guy, they call the lord, they call him Toranaga-san, but in the new version they call him Toranaga-sama, because they clearly did their research. But apparently, so my parents loved the original series so much that they bought it on DVD and they're gonna make me watch it with them when I get home, which is I guess I'm excited for it. I don't know. 葵ちゃん将軍見たの？私ね、1話だけ、今んとこ1話だけ見たんだけど、違う。1980年代のさ、元になってるアメリカのドラマってあるじゃん、あれ。で、 Your parents didn't learn Nihongo? My parents, no. Oh my god. My parents are so far removed from Nihongo, they would never. My parents are like, oh, sushi, karaage. My parents are very far removed. あれめっちゃ見たい。結構でもなんかクオリティは高い。なんかお金いっぱいかけてんだなーって思うけど。うん、でも親がね、元の1980、その80年代のあれが、そのオリジナル将軍が好きだから、なんかこの間 DVD を買ったんだってね。80年代の。で、新しいやつも見てるみたいなんだけど、この間お父さんと電話したら、なんかサマってどういう意味なのとか言われて。うん。そう。There's another series to add to your watch list. I know I've kind of been putting off series because like my movie list is like my movie list and not necessarily my series list. Maybe I should start a series list too so I can motivate myself to watch series too. I have to sneeze. So, サマ、あ、そっち。あ、そっちが。そう、サマ、何々様。何々様ってどういう意味みたいな。そう、当時のその80年代のやつの DVD 版買ったんだけど、そのオリジナルではなんかさん付けで呼んでるみたいなんだけど、その虎長さんとか言ってるみたいなんだけど、虎長さん。でもなんか新しいその今年出てる将軍の中では虎長様って言ってるみたいだから、そのさんと何々さんと何々様の違いって何ってお父さんに聞かれたりして。ありがとう。Thank you for the bless yous. Hold on, I will blow my nose. Ah, なんかすごい鼻水出る。Thank you. Thank you for the bless yous. You can talk without them knowing what you're saying. Yeah, that's why sometimes I'll say things on stream in Japanese that I don't really feel like my parents should hear just because like I know my parents could be watching my streams at any given moment, so. How are Toki parents doing? They are doing good. They are doing good. However, my dad is going in for surgery at the end of this month. It's nothing like crazy. It's nothing serious, but I'm glad I get to be there, I guess. Aoi sama. Sama. 皆様。そう、だからめっちゃ説明しなきゃいけなくなっちゃって。なんか敬意を示す、なんか名前の後につけるものだよ、みたいな。っていう。Oh, he makes a smooth recovery. Yes, thank you. I think it's not a crazy surgery, so I think it'll be okay, but yeah. Yeah. さんになるのかなさ、トラナガさん。トラナガ様。そう。あと、そうだ。そう。うちの親、全然日本語わかんないんだけど、その、昔のその将軍の番組を見て、わかりますとわかりませんっていう言葉だけはわかってる。Wish you for a quick recovery. Thank you. Oh yeah, use a small face towel. That's actually, honestly, I think that's kind of like a good idea, especially like if it's like warm, like a sort of like wet warm towel is usually good for like your sinuses and stuff. So yeah, I use toilet paper because I don't want to buy tissues. I have tissues, but like sometimes I'm like, and so I use toilet paper a lot of the time instead. Hold on. Yabai, honto. 鼻水がやばい。 今だとさん付けは普通だけど、その時代ではさんの方があんまり使われてないだろうしね。そうだよね。だからそれで言うと、やっぱちゃんと調べたんだなって思った。最近出てる新しい将軍の方、ちゃんと調べたんだなって思った。Toilet paper, yeah, I use toilet paper. Tokimori, hello, welcome in. Hello everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm catching up. I'm catching up with everyone. I was talking a little bit about Shogun. I don't know if anyone has watched it, but my parents are really big fans of the original series. And so they're watching the new one. And my mom, of course, is like, it's not as good as the original. The original is so good. He's so handsome in the original, and he's not handsome in the new one. But my dad's like, it's good. But I was like, it's fine, it's good. 様ってなんだかんだで様々な使われ方するから、確かに単純にそうだね、確かにね。Miss your dad was so restricted. It's okay, please come when you can. I miss you too. Yeah, Shogun. Yes, Shogun. The TV show, not the person. If anyone watches it, tell me what you think. I've only watched the first episode because, like, it was an hour long. I was like, oh, it's so long, you know? I say that, but I'm already done with the first season of Bokuyama, you guys. It was so fast. It took like 3 days. So good. So is cute. It's cute. あ、確かに青い姉様とか青いお嬢様とか確かにね。様ってそうだね。いろんなところに使われるよね。It's a movie like the episode. It's pretty long. That's what stops me from watching a lot of like K-dramas too, because they're like an hour long. なんだかんだね、新しい将軍も1話1時間とかだから、まあ昔のやつもそうだったのかもしれないけど、わかんないけど、いやなんか私結構友達に韓国ドラマ勧められることはあるんだけど、なんか韓国ドラマってだいたい1話1時間ぐらいじゃん。ちょっと長すぎてさ長すぎると私あんまなんか気合が入らないっていうか、I thought it was about a person that first. Yeah, not that Shogun. Not that Shogun. There's a TV show, an old American TV show called Shogun. And yeah, there's an old American TV show called Shogun that released in the 80s, and now they're making a remake of it that's like on Disney Plus and stuff. So, Tokimori, いらっしゃい。いらっしゃい。将軍の話してた。将軍さんの話じゃなくて将軍っていう今ディズニープラスで配信中のやつ。A lot of dramas are just filler. I end up skipping them and watching them in 20 minutes. That makes like sense. I feel like I used to know someone who like watched their like movies and like they like watched a lot of things on like 1.5 speed, but like I'm someone who just like can't do that. Like I have to sit there and I have to watch. It's hard for me to watch something like out of the corner of my eye. I don't know. Leave a mess. Oh my god. Okay. やばい。やばい、本当に。そう、韓国ドラマ長いんだよね。長い。ディズニープラスオンリーなんだっけ？もう一個あるはずなんだけど、あれアメリカだけだったのかな？ FX とか Hulu とかだった気がする？わかんない。Does you replay cute scenes multiple times? When it's a shoujo anime, you know, I'll watch as many hours of that as I want. Hello, Aoi-chan. Hello, welcome in. You're not a One Piece fan. No, that's the thing that stops me from being an anime fan that watches really long series, you know? I watch everything on YouTube at 2 times speed. I only ever did that for studying, you know? I already wrote a postcard for you and still haven't sent it though. I still want to write more mail. I hope I can make it in time. Oh yeah, please. Please. Please send in your mail if you can by the end of the month. いや、待って、日本時間じゃねえ。確かに。日本時間じゃないですね。これはヨーロッパ時間です。ただヨーロッパ人ではない。I only watch, listen to when it's mostly intentional. Like, yeah, informational, the news. Yeah. For me, it's, yeah, when I used to study, when I used to cram, when I used to cram for school in like high school and stuff. Crash course. 日本人か。日本人でもないです。アメリカ人です、実は。You have Disney Plus. Do you watch Loki? No. The only things I watch on Disney Plus are Disney movies. Shogun, apparently. There are some other things that I've been curious about, but unfortunately Loki is not one of them. I don't know much about the Marvels. Is Loki Marvel? A small part of me thinks it's respect to watch it in the intended way, but the bigger part of me knows I need to pay full attention because I'm aging. That's such a mood though. I don't know. Yeah, I need to pay attention. I need to pay attention. 猫人です。猫人じゃないよ。猫でもないよ。ネットフリックスとか、ネットフリックスに入ってなかったはず。将軍何見れるのかわかんない。でも多分、日本から見るんだったらディズニープラスしかないかも。って言っても、本当は日本人なんでしょ？違うよ。違うよ。私は違うよ。いやー、よく、これは、その、外国語を取得しようとする人で、なんか明らかにこう、なんだろう。なんていうの？外国人っぽい顔をしていない人の悩みだと思うんだけど、なんかその、日本にいた頃は結構、日本語、まあもちろん、なんか言われる言葉はないんだけど、やっぱその日本人に見えると、なんかよく日本語が喋れるっていう期待を持たれて、で、それができなかった瞬間に、すごい、ただのコミュ障の日本人にしか見えないという問題が発生して。He is very Marvel. Yeah, I haven't seen Thor, I haven't seen Loki, I haven't seen... The only Marvel movies that I've ever seen are Spider-Man, but like Spider-Man, like the new ones. I've seen Spider-Man Homecoming. Is Deadpool Marvel or is Deadpool like something completely different? Is Deadpool like DC? Is it something completely different? I don't know. Superhero movies. Oh, I've seen Captain America. Against my will. I didn't know it was happening. I can't remember Captain America, but I know that I watched it. そう。期待。なんかないそういうの。なんかその日本人っぽい人、だから周りにさ、なんか日本人しかあんまいない環境だから、そのすごい、あの人外国人に見えるから、きっとその、他の言語喋れるって、こう、自分の頭の中で思っちゃうところない？で、逆にそれで言うと、なんかその、すごい日本人っぽいのに全然日本語喋れない人とか、で、私みたいにさ、なんかあんまり、なんか、なんだろう、その、外国人っぽい日本語を喋らないから、なおさらなんか、発音がよくできてても、語彙力はそこまでないから、ちょっと待って。鼻水がやべえ。Deadpool's Marvel? Oh. It is? 私逆でしたよ。日本人に見えない。英語で話しかけられて答えられない。それもそれでなんか大変だよね。 日本人に見えない。日本人に見えない日本人ってこと？あ、でもいるよね、なんか。Deadpool. You seen Iron Man? Nope. I've only seen Captain America and Spider-Man Homecoming and Deadpool. I don't know why I watched Deadpool. I think my friends wanted to go see Deadpool and I was like, okay. I did not enjoy it, but at the same time, I wouldn't say I enjoyed it in particular. Like, because I'm not a fan of action, I'm not a fan of comedy. So it was like, well. Kokowari, hello! Welcome in. Irashai. あれ書いとこうかな. So maybe I should write talk topics? But I don't know how people do that. Like, I remember when I first started streaming and I was like, we were talking about like Zatsu streams and like, oh, we should have a plan and like what to talk about, like list up things that you want to talk about. And did I ever do that? I don't know. Maybe I thought about doing it at one point, but then I realized like that's not really my style, I guess. Like, I don't know. If I were to write down the things that I need to talk about, I would write them down as I go because I never know how long I'm going to like. I never know how long I'm going to talk on one subject, and then sometimes sometimes the topic that I want to talk about end up being really short in comparison, you know? 沖縄県民とか、それで言うとね、うちの家族の友達がなんか沖縄の人なんだけど、あんま日本語喋れないけど、多分ルーツは沖縄にあって、確かにちょっとなんかまあ典型的な典型的っていうかなんかこうなんかみんなが思う日本人、まあそういうステレオタイプは良くないけどね。Not a fan of action comedy. No, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a bore. I'm boring. No plan is the best way. Yeah, I was too lazy too. We move on topics too fast for it to be realistic. Exactly. Like, I don't know. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna talk about this today. And then I talk about it for like 30 minutes and it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was gonna be. But then sometimes I'll get onto other topics that I'll sit for like an hour on, right? So it's like, yeah. Yeah, tangents awry, you know? Tangents, too many. That's why I like these dots is you're natural holding conversation. Thank you. I like to think No, it's just that I talk too much. I hung out with my friends a few weeks ago in Strasbourg. And they're both like talkers. Like they're both talkers. So we sat there, we just like talked. So for the only time that like we were like really dead and there was no conversation was when we were playing Momotezu for 4 hours and it was like we were all kind of brain dead at the end. You're not boring, Aoi, just fun. Thank you. That is the opposite of boring. What is your favorite genre for movies? I'm a musical gal. But I don't. A lot of movie adaptations of musicals are not very good. Speaking of, you guys, sorry, I'm tangenting. そういえばさ、there's a Broadway HD ブロードウェイ HD というなんかストリーミングサービスがあるんだけど、やっぱその Netflix とかディズニープラスと似たようなストリーミングサービスあるんだけど、ブロードウェイ HD というやつなんだけど、これでミュージカル見れるんじゃねって思ってなんか登録しようかすごい迷ってる。Yeah, when board games get too long, it's like, ooh. Yeah, a lot of Zatsu Project. A list is a useful tool if there are topics you want to cover if you aren't good at going with the flow. But if you don't need them, then you don't. Yeah. I think that if my Zatsu topics weren't so like random and if I couldn't ramble for so long, I would put a list. But I can go, you know. So Broadway HD. There's a streaming service called Broadway HD that I found out about recently, and I'm so tempted because you can watch musicals, you guys. You can watch like, oh my god, like that's my dream. Because I say like, oh my god, I really like musicals, but I'm not like I'm not the nerdiest. I'm not the most like I couldn't tell you very many like Broadway, like famous Broadway actors. I couldn't tell you. I can name like a good amount of musicals, but have I seen them or do I know the soundtracks? Like, no. So I want to become more. I want to be able to call myself like a musical theater nerd eventually, but that's not gonna happen if I don't start watching musicals. So, if you get it, can we watch? Yeah, can we watch 6 together? I'm not sure what they have, but yeah, if they have it, let's do it. Is that where the song from Internet is for Porn came from? Yeah. What's that one from? Iku can tell you. Iku can tell you the answer for that. Musical. What type of musical? I mean, I watch a lot of. I mean, of course, I'll watch a lot of like Disney. That's your very classic like musical theater sort of thing. But I like classic musicals as well. I went to see Phantom of the Opera on stage. That was really fun. I really like The Last 5 Years. That's one of my favorites. Sound of Music is a classic, but I watched that. I've been watching that since I was a kid. I like Beauty and the Beast as well. Like Beauty and the Beast, I've never seen it live, but it has a lot of good, like, it has good original songs as well that are that are like separate from the Disney version. Yeah, Avenue Q. Let's see. What else? What other musicals? Oh, we watched Rent recently. I like Rent. Rent is funny to me, because it definitely Rent grew on me a lot after watching it the first time. Like I've seen Rent on stage once, and I've seen the movie a few times now. But it's very like it grows on you. It grows on you. I have a Rent t-shirt. It's one of my favorites. I was in Beauty and the Beast in high school. Oh my god, who'd you play? I really like the home song in Beauty and the Beast, the one that's not in the Disney movie. Yeah. The candle song for Rent is living rent free in my head. Haha! Ooh hee 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 haha! So funny. Will you light my candle? As the Beast. Oh, that's cool. I've seen Gorilla Lion King performances in the New York subway. That's the closest to live musical I've seen. I've always wanted to like not be a part of something like that, but like see it. I want to witness things like that. That's so cool. The closest I've come to that is watching 2 drunk British girls singing on the London subway at midnight. If we're talking older musicals, I know I know the names, and I know a few songs from each, but I couldn't tell you what they're about. Like, I know a song from, like, South Pacific. I watched the movie from My Fair Lady. I know Mary Poppins is very Disney, though. Me and Iku watched, Sweeney Todd, the movie Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp. That was Johnny Depp, right? And I know songs from so I know a song from like South Pacific. I know songs from Oklahoma. I know songs from Fiddler on the Roof, like, but I couldn't tell you what any of these musicals are about. Like, I just know that they exist. Off Broadway, very off Broadway. Yeah, the Sweeney Todd movie. Yeah, we watched that. Oh, we watched 6, or no, we didn't watch. What was that one? 13. We watched 13 together, the Netflix version. I've been meaning to finish. I started but never finished Matilda on Netflix as well. Yeah. What kid when Sweeney Todd had a cannibal MILF cake? Sweeney Todd was kind of I was a doozy. That was a doozy. Sweeney Todd. Oh yeah, Cats. I've seen the movie version of Cats. I've seen it twice. 13 had no right being that good. Yeah, honestly, I would love to see it in live. Also, Areda, Matilda. I really want to see Matilda live because I would love to see all those like really talented like kitties like doing their thing. You know, that seems so cool. Twice, yeah, I saw it twice. I saw it twice. I saw it in theaters once, because me and my friends. So I have friends that really enjoy. I have a group of 4, including myself. I was a group of 4 in high school, and me and one other were 4 girls, and me and one other girl, like the one I met in London, we really like movies that are so bad it's good. Whereas I think the other 2 are not so much into that, but somehow we convinced all of them to go watch Cats, and me and like my one friend that liked those kind of movies, we were like, that was gold. And the other 2 were like, why did we not go see, like, they were like, what was playing at the time? There was something else that was playing at the time, and they're like, why didn't we go see this instead? Yeah, the Cats was the one that was bad. It's bad. And then I watched it one more time because I had a group of friends come over to my house, and they were like, let's watch Cats and drink. So my friends bought. My friends, I don't know. Can I consider them my friends? It was like my friend and my friend's friends or whatever. Like they brought over like, I don't know, wine coolers, and we just like sat there and like half watched Cats. So I haven't seen it in full twice, but I have attempted to watch it twice. Oh my god. Whoa. My nose. Let me pause. Do you ever have a really runny nose and you think to yourself, where does this come from? Like, I had that thought earlier today. I was like, where does this come from? And so I had to look up where, like, I looked up where snot comes from. Because I was curious. I googled it. How's Mimi doing since she has been going out? Oh yeah, I let her out yesterday a little bit. She comes back really fast though. She comes back within 10-15 minutes. I think she's like scared. I think she's a little scared of like the cars and stuff. But I just leave the door open with some food for her when she comes back. And yeah, she goes back, comes back. She goes out, comes back within like 10 to 15 minutes. Today she like kept going out and coming back, going out, coming back. But yeah, she likes to look outside, and I know that she's curious, and I think she likes to go outside, but it's, yeah, valid, right? I was so curious. I was like, where does it come from? Where does this substance come from? Apparently we eat half a gallon of snot a day. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you're gonna be blowing your nose all day, then might as well bust out the face towel. I have one. Actually, no. The ones that I have right now probably are not. I would not think to use them right now, because one of them I just, like, one of them I replaced. Right. I just replaced it, so like it's like new and fresh, so I don't want to use that. And the other one is like dirty, so I put it in the wash, and it's drying right now. So I Google stuff incognito all the time. Out of fear, Google thinks I'm stupid. Yeah, I don't like those searches like remaining in my search history, so I also use incognito. At least you don't search on TikTok. No, I don't. I use Google. Can you tell chat where it comes from? So it's like produced by the tissue. No, it's produced by the cells in the like tissue of your nose, I think. I only read briefly about it, but it's like, so that when the dust, like when dust and stuff like gets into your nose, it'll produce like snot to like get it out or something. I believe that's what it said. Like an hour ago, I was wondering to God, why do nosebleeds happen? That's interesting, actually, because I feel like nosebleeds, sometimes they like really come out of nowhere. Like sometimes there's like force, like if you get like hit by something in the face, then yeah, you can get a nosebleed. But like other times they really seem like they go out of nowhere, so it's like they come out of nowhere. There's an urban legend about how you eat 7 tiny spiders a year without knowing, and I think Meno might bring it. We were telling, yeah, I've heard that, and I think it's funny. But yeah, I can't like imagine. Meno would like sleep with like, Meno would like tape her mouth shut. Anyway, what was I? Anyway, we went in a few loops. But yeah, I wanted to talk about residency. But I just ceased to. She just passes out. She's gone. She turns into dust and flies away. Let's see. Residency. Hello, hi, welcome in. So I say residency, and when I say residency, everyone's like, oh my god, you're gonna be a doctor. And I was like, technically I am studying like clinical, yes, like clinical counseling. But like, am I, like, do I feel like I'm gonna be a doctor? Like, no. No, I don't. Like, I don't know, that's not really... I guess, like, maybe if I were to go for, like, a PhD, maybe, then I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna be a doctor. But right now, I have no plans to do that, so it's kind of like, I don't know. It feels weird. People are like, oh my god, residency, like, you're gonna be a doctor. And I'm like, nah, not yet. Probably not. So I'm not sure exactly why they call it residency when it's not really... If anything, I felt like it was more of an orientation. And I'm already in my, like, second term, so why would I need an orientation is the question. But I think they only do it a few times a year, so... I'm not gonna go into too many details about, like... I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I can talk about what I learned, because it's highly unlikely that anyone in my residency is, like, watching this right now, which would be a little weird, but... I'm not gonna talk too much about my school's like system, because that's a little, I don't know. I feel like if I say too much, it's gonna dock myself. So let's not go into that. Let's not go into that. However, I did residency and it was on Zoom, and there were a lot of people in this Zoom room, and there were a lot of people in this Zoom room. Lots of people who... Like, some people who I knew, some people who I was familiar with, some people who I didn't know existed. And, and every day, without fail, something funny would happen to me. Like, so the first day was my, like, VTuber day. So, like, more than 7 or 8 people, like, hundreds of people. There were hundreds of people in this Zoom room. And they knew who... No one knows who I am. No one knows who I am, thankfully. But, I will say that thanks to the online format, I was able to slack off a little bit sometimes. But we were required to, like, be on camera and stuff, so I was like... Ugh. So, and I get really self-conscious when I'm on camera, so I don't really like, so I couldn't really relax. But anyway, so the first day was my VTuber, was what I tweeted about first. And so because these groups or the amount of like students is so big, like they have to split it into different they have to split it up into different like breakout rooms on Zoom. Like you have to have, they probably had like, I don't know, they probably had like 90, like 100 some breakout rooms. I don't know. No, 90, I don't know, 80, 90 breakout rooms. And I feel the same. I glance down at my keyboard because I'm typing something on camera and it does. Yeah, I get so paranoid, especially because I am checking my phone. Especially because I am looking at my phone, so I'm always like looking back at the camera because I'm like, does it look like I'm doing something like that I'm not supposed to? Or like I was watching anime, or I had anime on the background while I was like listening, and I was like kind of watching it out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh no, are my glasses reflecting the anime right now? I got like so paranoid. Anyway, yeah, but in reality, like, if there are 100 something people in a Zoom room, like, no one's going to be looking at you, realistically. However, someone asked me about my mic, so clearly someone was watching. Anyway, so the first day we broke into small groups a lot. Like, every few hours I was, like, talking. We were having, like, discussions and, like, talking about something. But a lot of the times the groups were completely random, and so I got to meet a lot of people, which was really cool. But like I was talking to my group about whatever we were supposed to discuss about, and there was this guy. There was a guy and a girl, and the girl was a little bit younger. She was probably around my age, and maybe even a little younger. I don't know. But there was like a guy, and he was like, I think he was older. He like talked about his kids, so I think he's like a dad or something. And we were in this Zoom room, And we had finished our discussion pretty much, and he was like, "Aoi, like, you look like you look like you do a podcast or something." And I was like, I stream. I was like, yeah, I mean, I stream, so I have, yeah. And then the girl, she goes, "Are you a VTuber or are you a regular streamer?" And I was like, or not a I don't know if she said regular streamer, because all I heard in my head was VTuber. I was like, how did you know? Because I can't lie, you guys. I'm so bad at lying. Like, if someone calls me out for being a VTuber, I'm gonna be like, yeah. Like, I can't lie. So I was like, how did you know? And she was like, yeah, I tried to be like, I tried to be a PNG tuber one time, but like I got scared, I got nervous, and like it didn't work out. And I was like, yeah, no, you're so valid. Yeah, it was very like, and then the guy was like, "Oh, I'll tell my kids to subscribe to you," and I was like, "Oh, I don't remember." And then thankfully, like the breakup was kind of ended. So I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I just do these things on YouTube, and like, yeah, it's not, yeah, yeah, it was a moment. I had a moment. And then, so apparently people have never seen a streamer setup in their life, or like people have never seen, I guess it makes sense. Like, I guess there's just not a lot of people who sit in front of like a microphone. They have like a whole microphone arm. Oh my god, my nose, it sounds like I'm like super plugged up. Hold on, let me blow my nose again. I would make myself a hot toddy to deal with my sinuses, but I don't have lemon juice right now. Or rum. Anyway, yeah, so I just had to be like, yeah, how did you know? And then, yeah, I couldn't not. I'm just like, I don't lie. I don't like lying. I mean, I could say like, yeah, I work, I don't know. I guess a different answer for that could have just been like, yeah, I sing, or like I make music or something like that. But like, I don't know. Either way, it would still come down to the like, tell me your channel, like I'll subscribe to you sort of thing. So, anyway, that was fun. That was fun. Oh, what else did I tweet about? Oh yeah, I tweeted about one of my professors. She had an old man filter on, like she had like she had like a beard and like a really like, but it was very subtle. It was like white, so it kind of blended in. It was made so it would like blend in, like one of those makeup filters, but it was like made so it could blend in with her face. So it was very like, you couldn't really tell, but you could tell if it was a speaker view because her face was really big on your screen, and it was like, oh, she's got a filter on, but like she didn't notice. And she was like, okay, you guys, so today we're gonna talk about advocacy, and I want you to think about what advocacy means to you, and how we define advocacy and all this stuff. And she had like this old man filter on, and everyone was like, and I think some people like private messaged her on Zoom, and she was like, oh, I've just been informed that I have a filter on. And she was like, haha, it must have been because after residency yesterday we were playing around. We were having a little group session, and we were playing around with the filters. She was like, I guess I forgot to turn it off. And then she was trying to turn it off, and she kept putting other like stickers and filters on her face. I was like, oh no, I couldn't like not. I had to laugh. It was kind of funny. It was so funny. I hear it. I'm not a cabin when you do that. No, it's so, yeah, it was very like that energy. She like put like hats on herself, and she put like a dog sticker on it on the screen. I was like, this is gold. I couldn't help but laugh. There were a lot of times in residency where I was like, I needed to laugh because like for the first day, for example, like we were having to check, we were doing technology checks. So a lot of people were like checking their like tech, making sure they could be heard and seen and stuff. But it wasn't like organized because it was hundreds at that point, because it was a joint session. It was like there are 2 residencies, and so there was like a joint residency session, and so it was a lot. It was like double the amount of people than in like than usual, and everyone was trying to check their tech, you know. And so we had like a 30-minute like, not warm up, but like a 30-minute sort of like buffer time where it was like you could join and test your stuff and like make sure everything was working, you know, come in a little bit early. And everyone was trying to check their tech at the same time because there was no order to go in. And so everyone would be like, hello, my name is this something, hi, can you hear me, see me, whatever. And then everyone would be like, and then the professor would be like, yeah, hi, nice to meet you, welcome in. And people, but it's not organized, so there would be like 2 to 3 people trying to go at once, and it was so funny because everyone was trying to like talk over each other. It made me cringe. And of course, because it's like a master's program and stuff, like there's a lot of people who are not like straight out. There are not a lot of people who, well, no, there are people who are straight out of like their undergrad, but there are also people who have been like working for a long time and they're just going back to get their masters and stuff. There's a lot of different ages and different like, there's a lot of different people, right? And like so you have like you have like older people. You just have older people who are not as used to dealing with technology. So you can only imagine how chaotic it is. And there were a lot of times where they were like, okay, do this, download this, we want you to do this, and like join this breakout room for this thing, find your group, this and that and the other. And then they, like after that, so the people who figured out what they were supposed to do, you would see like the number, like everyone would like start leaving, and then there'd always be the like 30 stragglers who were like, wait, can you say that again? Or they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Or they go like, I haven't even downloaded the original file. Or like, I don't know, can you repeat that? Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Oh no. But yeah, over the course of residency, I got asked, do you have a podcast? Another like 2 times. Mostly by men. But there was one time where I got a private message on Zoom from someone who I had never spoken to before. And like I didn't even know what she looked like. I had to go searching for her. I had to go searching for her in the Zoom room because I was like, I don't know who this is. And she was like, hey, hey, what mic do you use? Like, hey, oh, like I was like, oh, I use it because I was using this one. I was using like the cheap one that I got off Amazon because like my other one stopped working. So I was like, oh, this one's like, I have a few because like, yeah, I have a few because I use them for work, but like the one that I'm using right now is this, and it's cheap, it's affordable. I would recommend this one though if you're looking. And she was like, cool, I wanted to start a podcast or whatever. Hold on, let me look at this. Oh, this is such a problem. Oh my god. Yeah, I was like, yeah, a podcast. I was like, I definitely do a podcast. No. Every time I was asked that, I was like, yeah, I stream. Because it's like, you know, there are a lot of people who stream in this world. In this day and age, like, I don't know. It's not... Just because you say I stream doesn't mean you're gonna be doxxed. And I'm definitely not the world's biggest streamer. I could be someone on Twitch with like, I don't know, 0 viewers. You never know. I don't know. And then what else? Yeah, I got asked. Oh, so we have to do a lot of like practice counseling as well. And I know that like I need to. They talked about this a lot, but like I don't know. You need to be like confident in your own like skill set, you know, because these are skills that you're like learning, and like, you know, like you do technically, if you're going through this, like you should have the knowledge, you should have the practice, you should have the ability to like counsel people because that's what you're studying. But like, I don't know, it was really hard for me to deal with that sort of not imposter syndrome, but it's so like, especially people who are already, some people who are already working in the field, some people who like some people who are a lot older than I am. So like there were a lot of times where I would be counseling, be doing this sort of like counseling role play with someone who was like, I don't know, like 30 years older than me, or someone who has like, I talked to a guy who has five daughters. Like, you know, like it was very, I don't know, I guess it was like eye-opening. It was very interesting. I shouldn't say fun. It was not fun, but it was very interesting, and I think it was a really good experience. I had a good time, but like I feel so out of place because like I'm just like here, you know, like I'm just an anime girl on the internet, you know, like I don't have any of that experience, but I assume it just comes with time. So yeah, a lot of streamers appear during the panini. Yeah, I there's a sea of streamers. Like just because I say I stream doesn't mean they're gonna dox me. あれにかけてた。おはよう、おはよう、おはよう。おかえり。起きてる世界へ、おかえり。Oh my god。鼻水がね、マジで止まんないんだけど。なぜだ、ほんと。よりによって。Thank you for the subscription. The subscribe. You have to turn off that part of your brain. Yeah. Like, especially because like you have to like realize that they're not judging you either. Like I feel like I still have such like a high school mentality, which is not good. Like I need to get out of it. But like I need to like get into more of like, you know, like no one's judging you. No one's judging you. Like we're all here for the same reason, sort of thing. But Steve's coming. No, I just have a really runny nose today. I'm sure you feel as different as they feel different in your presence. Yeah. I think, yeah. I met a girl, I was in a class with a girl who was like 20. Like we did counseling, we did practice counseling together. She was really sweet. I liked her a lot. I played the role of her counselor. But yeah, I don't know. It was really interesting. Residency itself was really fun. I think I feel like I learned a lot, even though I wasn't like, I will say I wasn't paying attention completely for the whole time, but I think I learned a lot, and I think it was a really good opportunity to meet a lot of people that I had not met before, you know. So yeah. Hana, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Arigato. So how did that make you feel? No, literally, that's literally what counseling is. I like going through a few classes, you know, and doing things like has really made me realize that a lot of counseling is just being a really good listener. That's a big part of it. And then and then of course like incorporating different theories and different like what do you call methods. I feel like there's a certain way that you talk to someone when you're like counseling them or whatever. But all in all, like it's not like I'm studying astrophysics or something. It's a lot of it feels like very common sense, and like when you talk, like being inquisitive and being like understanding and being like warm when you're talking to people, you know what I mean? I feel like that's just mostly what it's about. So but still, it's always a good learning experience. It's very fun. So yeah, emotional science. Exactly. Astrophysics feels like common sense to me. I wish I could say that. That's very cool. I wish I could say that. I feel like I'm just learning about how like emotional, I don't know, the science of communication. I'm just figuring out how it works, you know. I feel like I spent a lot of my life just sort of like giving like one-word answers. Like, I don't know, I always like hid behind my mom. I wasn't like an outgoing kid, and like I was angsty. I feel like I was angsty in middle school, high school. I was like, I hate people. But then I found out I really like people. But I was a bit of a late bloomer in that regard, so I'm learning. I'm definitely learning about what it means to interact with others. But you need that in order to become a good counselor. So it's a long road, but I'm having a good time so far. I did not mean to go on like a spiel about that, but yeah. Good to early morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for stopping by. I think that's a perfect way to think about it. Yeah. It's definitely just a lot of listening skills, and we all grow. Do you ever put a hand on their shoulder and say, I see you, to show you're listening? No. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. No. I feel like there's a lot of questions that, like, clarifying questions, open questions, closed questions, and like it's a lot of reflecting too. It's like you pick up what's being put down and like throw it back. Like, that's a lot of it. It's like if someone says like, it's like rephrasing. I feel like you have to have a decent sized vocabulary to do something like this, because some people, imagine being told like, I feel really stressed out because I feel like my mom doesn't listen to what I have to say, and she doesn't think my opinions are valid and all this stuff. And then you throw back, as a counselor, you throw back like, yeah, you're feeling disregarded by your mom, and you think that maybe she's sort of treating you like a kid. Like, it's all about rephrasing what people are telling you and throwing it back and like making them feel heard and making them think about their feelings in a different way. So it's interesting. It's very fun. It's fun to do, though, I would say. Character development, yes. I will say I went through a character development arc, but you can empathize with angst. That's probably a good trait. I wish my former therapist would show some empathy. Oh no, I've actually never gone to therapy, although I wish I had, and I think I should before I graduate, because like I feel like that's something that that's an experience that I need. But yeah, empathy is so important. Empathy is so important. I chose programming field so I don't have to talk to people. I know a lot of people who did that. I know a lot of programmers. I am friends with a good amount of people who program for large tech companies. But they're all great. They're all great. I mean, like, I don't think, maybe that's why they chose their career. I have no idea, but whenever you say throw it back, I keep thinking about non-torque. Oh my god. That Gartic phone collab the other day, by the way, was so fun. That was so fun. Is therapy included in your school benefits? That's why I went. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think it is. I got an email about that. I should look into it. Because I feel like yeah, if you can use it, like, that's a resource. A resource is a resource, right? From my understanding, therapists and counselors will have their own therapists and counselors to help unpack the issues that come with their job. Yeah, we talked so much about self-care, you know, like mindfulness and like taking time for yourself. Like, one of the big topics of conversation was like, how do you care for yourself too? Because it's like, you can't care. This is gonna sound so like, oh my god, cookie cutter came out of the textbook, but like, you can't care for others. You can't help others. You can't help others when you haven't like helped yourself. You can't care for others when you're not in a good like mental state. So yeah. Story mode is so good. Meno's Pro. I know. Anyone who hasn't watched the Gartic phone collab from the other day, you should go watch the VOD because it's so funny. It's really chaotic. I was watching a little bit of it back, but that's what happens when you have a lot of big people collabs. It's like Iku presses the button to show someone's like what they wrote or whatever, and everyone goes ah! Like you hear everyone like screaming and laughing, so you can't tell what anyone's saying at that point. But that's how it is with big collabs. It's very funny nonetheless. You should go. The real content is definitely the stories we made as a group, so I would recommend you watch it. Would having too much empathy be bad too, though, because being surrounded by so much negative emotions would wear down most people? That's also true. You have to like learn how not to take your client's issues home, I guess. Like, yeah. The Aoi Gufik, yeah, the Aoi was so good. I really like that one. That was definitely one of the most cohesive stories, and it was like, I love how everyone just like everyone knew once it was either like my name or Iku's name like in a sentence, like they knew, like everyone knew where it was going, you know. So good. I switched to manual later. Yeah, it was very chaotic, but the stories that were made were pretty gold, so I would recommend go checking out the collab. Yeah. Kokomori, hello, Kokomori いらっしゃい。来てくれてありがとう。Equals endless quest where it calls me a camping trip. Yeah. Leave the couch outside the door. I mean, yeah, it is very much like work, personal life separation. And also like, I don't know, but yeah, a lot of counselors need counselors because you deal with a lot of people with very like heavy issues, you know? I talked to the guy that I was talking about earlier that has like 5 daughters. He was talking about how one of his daughters has like bipolar, and she during like the residency or like around the same time, like she was going through a really like depressive state, and like he was talking about how it was really stressful, having to deal with both and like wanting to be there but like not really not knowing how to deal with everything and stuff. It was kind of heavy, but like it kind of made me want to cry because he seemed like such a good dad. I was like, you seem like such a good dad. Like I literally was like, you're a great dad. Because like I don't know, it reminded me, I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of my dad. Yeah, I was so soft when I heard that. I was like, to be honest, I feel like my country doesn't really focus on self-care, mental health stuff, and feels like everyone just deals with it anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think there are a lot of countries in which mental health, like that mental health issues are not really taught about, primarily being a lot of Asian countries. And I mean, yeah, can you survive? Can you deal with your own issues and live a life that is fulfilling and like successful while dealing with mental health issues? Like, yeah, I think that is totally possible. But at its core, I think a lot of like self-care and like why we're so acutely aware of mental health issues, and like we put a lot of emphasis on therapy and counseling, is because it can guide you into sort of better state. It leads you into a little bit more like resilience. You can learn how to be more resilient to stress. Not to say that you can't deal with stress if you don't go to therapy, because that's just not true, but yeah. I had a lot of friends growing, not a lot, but I had a very close friend growing up who was dealing with a lot of anxiety, and she was undiagnosed like ADHD and really didn't have a lot of motivation to study, but her parents had a lot of expectations for her. She was struggling with like her like identity, but yeah, her parents were very like not forgiving and really didn't believe that like anything could be wrong. They probably didn't want to think that anything could be wrong, and like they put a lot of pressure on her, and that led her to a lot of really unhealthy habits. Do I think that like and is she okay now? Yeah, she's totally fine, you know? Like she's living her best life. Like she is so good. Like especially like she not got away, but she spent time away from home, and now she's closer to her parents than ever, if anything. And like is she living her best life? Yeah, she is living her best life. But do I think that if she had someone to lean on, if she had someone to guide her through that, would it have had better outcomes in the moment? Probably. So, yeah. I don't know. Can I ask why you decided to go into this field? Yes. The answer that I give, because we talk about this a lot, especially when we're like getting to know each other, like fellow students and stuff, like why did you decide to do this? For me, like I tried a lot of internships and I tried a lot of part-time jobs after I graduated, and I was doing PRISM. Thanks to PRISM, I was able to do a lot of internships and part-time jobs at the same time and not have to like do a 9-to-5 to sort of like support myself. And I did some stuff, like I sat at a computer desk and I just typed at a computer like for 7 hours a day, and I like sat in an office where there was no music and no one ever talked to each other, and it was just a complete silence, and we only talked to each other on Skype. And then again, like I worked in a bar for my last few months of being in Japan. I will say that was my favorite. That was one of my favorite experiences being in Japan. That was really fun. But I will say that I worked at like a place that managed like, I don't know, like international share houses, like that sort of thing. And I will say that like after trying all that stuff, I mean, I don't think I explored all the possibilities and I can't say for certain, but after trying a lot of things, I thought to myself, well, I wouldn't say I have a knack, because I don't think I can say that about myself. I'm not confident in myself enough to say that like I have a knack for helping people. Like that sounds weird. But I do enjoy, I realize that I need a job where I can talk. I need a job where I can talk to someone every day. I need that social interaction aspect. And I had a psychology degree anyway, and there's not a lot that you can do with a psychology degree, just in general. So, going further and getting the master's was sort of the natural choice, I think. So yeah, I'm just someone who needs a lot of social interaction, and I feel like, because if someone, I worked in marketing for a little bit, just like part-time, and they were like, oh, this stuff that you're doing for us, like it's really connecting to sales, like it's really helping us out, so thank you so much, and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad. And of course, like I'm happy for them, and like I'm glad that something that I did made a difference, but I can't feel it and I can't see it, you know? I mean, I could look at the system and be like, oh yeah, look at all those sales, but like that's not the same as being able to like it's not the same as someone in front of you telling you like, oh, thank you, like thank you for what you're doing. And like I feel like, I don't know, as in terms of counseling, I think there's a lot of like ups and downs and a lot of things that are difficult to deal with, but at the end of the day, like if I can help someone like deal with their stresses and what they're going through, like I think that'll be really rewarding. So yeah, that is why I decided to go into counseling. And I think, sorry, I'm on a spiel now, but there are a lot of things that I didn't see until I went back to the States in like my own family. I don't think I ever realized how my family is not dysfunctional by any means. I think we get along. I think we have like a very good relationship, but of course nothing is perfect. And I think there are a lot of areas in which I don't know, like, okay, sorry to throw my parents under the bus, but I think my parents need counseling. And not because like they have a horrible relationship or anything. They're fine. Like they get along fine, but there are just a lot of very like deep-rooted issues that have been like sort of like chipping away for the last however many years. And like I just think, you know, I don't know. I think they need counseling, but that's just me. And so, but there's not a lot that I can do from my own standpoint, and it made me realize just how many issues, especially in couples counseling, there are so many issues that can't be solved just by the people involved because you're so close. When you're so close to a situation like that, it's like your feelings get in the way, you have history, you have all of these like pent up emotions, and it's really hard to like work through that without someone there to help you. Like my parents would never be able to work through their issues, just the two of them. They could never have like a calm like conversation about any of their issues, which is why I think they need counseling. But like, who doesn't need counseling, you know? Which is why like I think that there are just a lot of issues that you can't see very clearly when you're too involved in them or when you're too close to them, and I think counseling kind of helps with that, you know. So who doesn't? It's not an insult. Yeah, everyone needs counseling, you know. I know, and I do not want to be a corporate paper pusher. I thought that I would be okay. Like, I'm like, I love to sit down. I was like, I love to sit down and type really fast. Like, I think I'd be great working like just the desk job. But then I tried to do it and I was like, maybe not. Like, I don't know. I want to feel like I'm helping people. I have one of my cousins, my cousin that lives in the UK. She works for a nonprofit. One of my close friends from high school. Again, I brought her up like 4 times during this. But like she also works at a nonprofit right now, and they do a lot of work with students and kids, and they teach about all these different things. And it just sounds like they're making in their own way. It's a lot like when I think about like, oh, I want to make a difference and I want to help people. Like, I'm not thinking like I'm gonna go out and preach about this and I'm gonna change the world, because I feel like that's A, not realistic, and B, not something that I want to do. Like, for me, something that I would like to do is like to just help people at a very like a smaller scale, right? You know? Yeah, I don't know, like helping your neighbor or like the people in your community, like that sort of thing. Not like I'm very in touch with my community, but Tokimori irashai, 来てくれてありがとう. Yeah, when you said that, I started stretching. I've been sitting for 3 hours to work. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Yeah, right now, because like I just do a lot of work on the computer, especially like I'm gonna make thumbnails, or like I'm gonna check this thing, and you just end up sitting for a long time. Always stenographer. Oh, I don't know how healthy it'd be to witness people be sentenced to jail on a daily basis. Yeah, stenographer, like a court stenographer or whatever, right? My parents suggested that to me for so long because like I type fast, but I don't know. My father said the other day the best marriage relationship is just to say how you feel. I definitely feel it's true, seeing how my parents get along. Yeah, that's I think that's like a very good like basis to like live off of, just because a lot of things get pent up and whatever. You're down to earth. Am I? I don't know. I hope I am. I hope I am. Hello, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Help change someone else's world is like, yeah. That's why, like, I think I'd be really happy if we were able to do, like, let's have, like, a giant live. We're like, let's hit 1 million subscribers, you guys. I mean, that'd be cool. I'd love that, you know, like, that's definitely a stretch goal. No, that's like, I don't know, that's a big goal. But I'm not crazy. I'm not like crazy determined to be like, okay guys, 1 million subscribers within the year, let's go. Because it's like, it's a lot more comfortable for me when I can talk, when I can actually read comments. When I can actually read comments, and like just the fact that I am interacting, and the fact that I have like covers and I have songs that people listen to and they say like, oh, this is really good, like I listened to this made me feel happy. Like, that's enough for me. That's enough. But if you're gonna get me to a million subscribers, like, sure, do that too, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, I don't know, I kind of went on a ramble about that, but amen. You helped me a lot just by being always, so I'd see you're on the right path. Hee hee. Yay. My stretch goal, 1 million subscribers. Yeah, they say when you learn to type fast, you'll learn to read fast. I guess so, that's true. I feel like I tend to like forget. Like I'll read a comment and then I'll forget that I read it in my head and not out loud. It's a problem. It's a problem. Do you also learn philosophy? No. Not yet. Oh my god, my nose. Not yet. At least. Maybe? Like maybe I'll learn about it, but I don't think I will. It's mostly very like clinical, like let's read about research done in this population and let's talk about what this research means, or like let's talk about neuroscience and how it influences the world of psychotherapy, like that sort of stuff. Hold on. I need more of those. Okay. Ish. If I wasn't listening to Ollie, I'd just be listening to some other person similar to Ollie, so I'm definitely gonna keep listening to Ollie. Thank you. I like how I appreciate the conclusion that you came at. But I do think that's a good, I mean that is a way to look at it, and it's the truth. Like if it wasn't me, it'd be someone else, but I'm glad it's me. そういえばどこかのパスタ姫とコラボするって。そうだよ、そうです、実は。あ、そうだ、スケジュール作ろうかな。今って感じだけど。そう、今週は、コラボが2個あるんだけど、1個目は、私、いくちゃん、めんのちゃん、のんちゃんと、ペペちゃんって呼んでいいのかな。なんか、ちょっと、なんだろう。あまりにも下すぎるのかな。ペペさんって言っていいのかな。同じく、とりあえずね、しばらくは同じ所属だから、ソニー所属の、アリオ、オリオ、ペペロンチーノ様。パスタ姫とコラボします。ピコパークします。ペペチ姫。そう、2個もあるんです。ですとか言って。もう1個は、コズミエの、1期生のオリ曲のリリースの、ちょっとお祝い配信。お祝い配信というのは、マリオパーティーをするだけです。そう、ペペチさんとコラボします。There will only ever be Aoi who is Aoi. That's true. To be or not to be. I had to take ethics philosophy for a math degree, so I imagine math is just more evil than counseling. Ugh, math. My cousin went to Yale and got a PhD in neuroscience, and getting a stable job in the psych field is still tough. Yeah. So, now that I'm asking you through chat, I'm actually, let me see. I can't, if you need me to, I will. If you need me to, I will, but I will not be at home. I will actually not be at home, for that collab. Actually, wait, you're wrong. Wait, I'm wrong. Oh yeah, the Cosmia collab. I will not be at home, actually. I was, not me, I was gonna bring my, Switch to my destination. If Meno can't, please let me know, because I can bring, there is it is possible for me to bring my setup with me as I travel. すげえ、そう、私もすげえと思ってる。This week we're collabing me, Iku, the waiting room is already up, but it's me, Iku, Meno, Non, and Miss Pepechi, who is also a member of Sony Music. So we're gonna play Pico Park, so I hope that you can tune in for that. 前にプリズムの、そうだね、事業終了ポストに反応してたもんね。そう、存在自体はね、ずっと知ってたんだけど、なんか話しかけるのもな、ちょっと緊張するなとか思ってね。そう。同じ所属、そう、ソニー所属。そう。In worst case, we can change games too. Okay, yeah, just let me know. I honestly, I can. Like, if I need to, if you really need to, if you need me to, I can bring my stuff. I just can't use my capture card on my PC. Oh no. Is it broken? But I know your PC like has not been great recently either, but yeah. Yes. So I'm having 2 collabs this week, and I'm streaming today and I'm streaming tomorrow, and I think that might be it because I am traveling a lot this week. I actually kind of had to make last minute travel plans as well after I get home, because I have a lot of friends visiting. Somehow I have a lot of friends visiting from Japan at the same time, and so we're trying to figure out how to. A lot of things like went wrong. A lot of things went wrong, and 2 of my friends, one who does not speak very much English and one who does not speak very much Japanese, like, we're gonna end up like alone together, and I was like, oh my goodness. I'm sure they would have been fine, but I was like, well, if I can see all of you and guide you on your trips, like, I will do that. So I'm literally playing travel agent right now, you guys. Like, oh my god, my nose. Yeah, I'm playing travel agent right now because I have like 3 different people who I'm like trying to coordinate with. Because there's like people from different friend groups, people who don't really know each other. I mean, I say that, there's only like 6 of us. There's like 6 of us in total. But I'm trying to like coordinate how we're going to like move around, and like what time we're gonna be back, and like I need to be back for my dad's surgery, stuff like that. So it's very it's a little chaotic. I'm like, I need to. Oh, I was like, my dad has surgery. Would it be okay if we head back on this day instead of this day? And I was like, sorry, can you move? Would you be okay doing this on this day instead? Like all that stuff. So I'm talking to a bunch of different people. It would be maybe a lot easier if we had a group chat, but that's okay. It's only a few days away, so we'll make a deal. Yeah. So yeah. So.そう、事務所が同じっていうことでもすごいびっくりっていうか、まあすごい光栄なんですけれども、そう。It's a lot. Travel agent tour guide seems like a good vocation for Aoi. The way you are describing it sounds stressful. I would love to. I have a friend here that works. Oh, my white friend. My white friend works at a like travel agency, or like she pretty much plans like itineraries for people who are visiting the country. And I was like, that sounds so fun. That is honestly, if I wasn't doing what I'm doing right now, like maybe that's what I would have gone into instead. パスタ王国の姫、宇宙人の姫、ウサギの姫。確かに、のんちゃんなんか衣装がちょっと姫っぽいんだけど、なんか性格全然姫っぽくないよね。ドラゴンの姫、ナギの姫。私も性格は全然姫っぽくはないな。でも確かにナギの姫なのは間違いないな。known as the のんちゃんあれだな。カビだね。カビの姫。カビ姫。What is your trip home, Ollie? Please don't put yourself. I will be leaving very early on Wednesday morning. So, tomorrow will be my last, not last stream. Oh my god, tomorrow's my last stream. No. I'll be streaming. I'm gonna sing. I won't have. I don't think I'll have time. I'll be really busy this upcoming weekend, so I won't be. I don't think I'll be solo streaming very much. So I am going to be streaming because I want to sing. I want to sing, so I'm gonna sing tomorrow. And then pack up all my stuff and go. Luckily though, I never bring too much home because I just steal my mom's clothes. I borrow a lot of my mom's clothes, and she was like, I bought you new underwear. Well, I was like, I bought you new underwear, so I was like, okay. So I'll be okay. Yeah, I would want to be a travel agent. Sounds fun. I would do that. Ugh. Ah, my nose. If your last stream wasn't a karaoke or celebration, I'd riot. It is going to be a karaoke. Do I have a set list? No. But I do have plans. I do have plans for the last my quote unquote like last stream, or like my last stream under Prism. I want to sing. I want to sing some, and I have plans. I have a gift. So I hope that you all will stay tuned for that. Do I drink very much of this? Not really. You guys, sorry. This is so random, but I put coconut milk in my curry yesterday because I made a big pot of curry the other day, so I've been eating curry for dinner for like 3 days straight. But like, or 2 days, I guess now. But I put coconut milk in it. So good. Delectable. Wonderful. Goodbye song settlers. Yeah, no, exactly. But I feel like they're gonna turn into like breakup songs. That's not what I want, you know? I don't want to like, cause like, oh, like graduation song. Cause there are a few of those like in Japan, but I don't know them. Like I can't sing them, so. Sherbet tissues? I don't know. I thought about it because like earlier this month when I did my like when we talked about like the announcement and everything, I was like I didn't cry. If anything, I was like yeah, you guys, I'm gonna be around forever unless I die. Ha! Like that was my energy, and I was like, oh, I'll probably cry like last stream, but now that it's upon me, I'm not sure if I will. So don't know. Yeah, that's about. I know it's so good. It's so good. 包み方さずしもうとしてよ。そうだね。私もそれ結構びっくりした。お、言うんだと思って。コラボでは何するの？ピコパークやります。The really Thai style cuisine. Yeah, but it's Japanese curry. It's Japanese curry, but yeah, the coconut milk is very like Thai. It feels more Thai. Who's this coconut milk are always fire. It's so good. ピコパークあれか。そうそうそう。なんかちょっとパズル要素もあるよね、あれ。You can't break up with you, I break up with you first songs. What do I have? What do I have for... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I have for that set list. I'll have to think about it a little bit. Prison Walls be a family. Exactly! Like, I'm excited to still do things with Cosme. I'm excited to still hang out with all the friends that I made, you know? It's not like... I'm not leaving. I might not be streaming very much in April, but I hope that you'll, like, wait for me. Don't cheat on me, you guys. Like, that would make me sad. I mean, I didn't... Not that I was doubting it. Not that I was doubting that would happen, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know, I'm gonna, like... what if I only stream for, like, once a week? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you'll be fine, right? You'll be fine. 戦争にはならないんじゃない？で、協力ゲーじゃないあれ。There may be some downsides with the puzzle wizards too. Of course, exactly. My finals. Oh, good luck with finals. My finals. I don't have finals for a while. Is it archived or unarchived? It'd be kind of funny to hear you say "I will survive." I only know that song by name and not like actually. I don't actually know it. You know what I've been listening to recently? Not like I don't have it on repeat or anything, but you know what I've been listening? I've been listening to Uptown Girl by Billy Joel. Oh jeez, my nose. Ugh. One moment. Okay. I'll be fine, I guess. I hope you'll be fine. Be fine! Am I that well known for giving up my favorites when they don't stream for a week? I hope not! Well, if I'm with Iku while you're gone, yes, please keep everyone else in Prism company. Surely no one will move someone else. Why do I sound like I literally... my nose is so plugged up. At the same time slot as you hire their priority list and watch you over them when you come back. No! Don't. That's too detailed of a situation. You can't just say that. 協力という名のそんな感じのゲームだっけ？一回だけやったことあんだよね、プリズムで。あれ、楽しかった。You can disappear for 5 years, but when you started streaming again, hell yeah, we'll be back. Thank you. That's very reassuring. I see IRL friends once a week. I can wait 6 days. Yes, wait 6 days, okay? Wana ga? Wana そんな怖いゲームだったの？ピコパークって。As long as I get to hear okay, yes, I'll be probably on Twitter. I'm gonna be like traveling and stuff, so I will hopefully be able to like I'll show you guys pictures and like, you know, I'm excited. Kind of off topic. It seems like you explained it earlier, but can you explain again what a good listener looks like for issues like the one you Aoi, stop! A good listener is someone. Well, I don't like eye contact because I feel like that's something that we're told like a lot of times is like effective listening, like good listening skills, like eye contact and like very like, you know. I think like seeming engaged is definitely important, but like eye contact definitely varies from culture to culture. I was hanging out with my white friend and like some of my Japanese friends and stuff, and like my white friend, she was like, yeah, they don't look at you when they talk, and I was like, yeah, I know. So politeness and like, I don't know, manners can vary from culture to culture, but body language wise, like facing yourself towards the speaker and like seeming engaged, no, like being engaged with what they're saying, good listening skills. In the fields, it's a lot of reflecting, summarizing. So if someone were to give you a whole spiel, if someone were to say, oh, like, I'm feeling so stressed lately, I have finals, and like my mom's being really mean to me, and like my sister keeps like accusing me of like doing this and that and the other, or like stealing her stuff, and like my girlfriend eats like too much McDonald's, I don't know. like something like that. If someone comes at you with like a spiel of like all their problems, it's like your job to sort of focus in on something. Like you say like, so can you tell me a little bit more about your relationship with this, or like that and the other, or you reflect it back to them and you say like, oh, it sounds like you're just feeling, you have a really busy schedule and you're feeling really overwhelmed with all these like relationships that don't seem to be going very well, you know. It's a lot of making the other person feel heard, and repeating what they're saying to you back to them, or reframing it in a way so they can look at it a little differently as well, like putting names to their stresses, putting names to their emotions, and like, yeah. Oh, we travel residency tweets are fire. Yeah, I only tweet the best parts, you know. 協力楽しいよね。楽しいよ。You do Twitter spaces, will you try archiving them? Probably, unless I'm doing something like significantly like embarrassing, which I probably won't, but we'll see. Probably. I don't even, yeah, usually I was just like, I'm not gonna archive Twitter spaces when I'm like sleeping through them. But yeah, I'll definitely try. You respectfully ask the man who has a problem with his McDonald's girlfriend to leave and never come back. Maybe you should break up with your girlfriend. No. I've really done that before. Thank you so much for the explanations. Yeah, no problem. It feels a little weird at first. Speaking from experience, like I've definitely, a lot of times when you're in the position of listening to someone like not rant per se, but like tell you all their feelings, a lot of the times you'll be like, yeah, no, I totally understand. I totally understand how that might be stressful for you. Like, and I have a very similar experience, but as a counselor, that's not really your job. It's not your job to be, okay, but listen, like my experience is this and I'm very similar to you. Like that's not what your job is. Your job is more like to guide it. And it seems really unnatural at first. Like I'm still so like, I feel so uncomfortable when I'm repeating the exact same things back to people. Like it seems so, it doesn't seem like a normal way to talk, but when you're on the receiving end of it and you're really stressed out and you want someone to listen, it's crazy how good it feels. So, yeah. Yeah. 昨日から休みでファンレター書くぞって思ってたのにがっつり熱出ちゃって、間に合わなかったらどうしようってなってる。いいよ、まだ一応ね、だって日本ソニーオフィスって日本にあるじゃん。だから多分ね、月末まで大丈夫だから、ぜひぜひゆっくりして、とりあえずゆっくり直して書きな。でも書いてね。読みたいから書いてね。でもゆっくりでいいよ。There are always sleeping Twitter spaces. There have been like a time and a half where I have fallen asleep on Twitter space because we were watching movies together and I was like, I fell asleep. I mean, I can say that, but when people look at you like, are you serious? You would be surprised. You'd be surprised how effective it is. And I thought, I was like, this is so weird. Because when you're on the speaking side of it, the counseling side of it, you're like, this person isn't going to want to hear their own thoughts being repeated back to them. But when you're in a very stressful situation, I'm not saying do this to all of your friends when they talk about like, oh, the other day, like I had some bomb, like I had some bomb curry from Kokoichi. It was so good. You wouldn't say like, oh, I'm hearing that you had some bomb curry from Kokoichi. like I'm not, that's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you to do like, talking about like, when someone is going through a really hard time and you sort of like change up their words or you rephrase or you use a lot of synonyms, like you use a lot of words that are similar, you try to identify those emotions and reflect back to them, it's surprisingly effective. Like I was a non-believer. I'm saying this like it's some kind of religion, but like I was a non-believer. I did not think that this would work, but then I had it done to me and I felt so heard. I was like, wow. 書いてね。書いてね。書いてね。だってね、今月終わったらあれだよ。書けなくなっちゃうから。Back when I was depressed, even my close friends only had so much patience with me. It ended up taking me from the age of 25 to 29 of self-reflection to come to terms with myself. That's good though. I mean, like I think that a lot of, if you have the drive to change and be more self-aware and stuff, that's something I'm working on too. You know, I tend to let stress pile up and I don't even notice it. Like I've been making it a goal recently to be a little bit more self-aware of how I'm feeling at a certain time. Is it working? I don't know. I think I need therapy, but you know. But yeah, no, I think it's really like, it's really important to self-reflect and stuff, so. I honestly love that if the bros hype me up like that. You had curry? Nice. No. But yeah, a non-believer. I was a bunny. I was a bunny for a while, but Yeah. Yes, ma'am. 頑張ります。いや、月末まであるから。I heard that once you learn those types of techniques, though, it makes it less effective on oneself. Maybe. That, you know what? I think that I can see that. I can see where that comes from. But yeah, I think regardless, like working with another person on your own issues is definitely, because your own issues are, again, as I said before, but like your own issues are sometimes too close to you to figure out like what you're supposed to do, and it can be overwhelming. So 協力で思い出したけど、Human Fall Flat ってやったことあったっけ、葵ちゃん。なかった。一番それに近いゲームでやったのはギャングビーストなんじゃないかな。いくちゃんと誰だっけ。めいちゃんとひよりちゃんだったんじゃない？違う？なとちゃんいたっけ？思い出せない。4人でやった覚えあるんだけど、Human Fall Flat はやったことないね。うん、見たことはあるんだけど、映像自体は見たことはあるし、実況してる人も見たことはあるんだけど、私はやったことないね。全然やってもいいと思うんだけど、なんか、コラボ相手からそういうの、なんか、大体私合わせてるから、こういうのどうかなって言われたら、いいよって言って。Help that timekeepers help with your stress if only a little. Oh, it helps a lot. I mean, like, I sit here, because I can sit here and I can talk for a really long time. And that's my therapy, you guys. That's how I get rid of stress. It's by, like, venting and ranting and, like, just talking. I feel a lot more energized after talking. I know that this is, like, a foreign concept to you introverts. But after I get the opportunity to, like, talk with people, that's why residency, I was dreading residency. I was like, oh god. But then, like, I got to talk to a lot of new people and it was really fun. But it was fun talking to new people. I wouldn't say residency itself was fun, but I think I learned a lot and I got to meet new people and that was fun. So 軽い、そう受け結構もう何でもいいタイプだから。うん。そう。葵さんの声聞けて回復が早まったのではてなちゃんと寝ます。もうゆっくりしてね。ほんと起きたら体調が回復しファンレターをかけますように。I pray。頑張ってじゃないな。体に頑張ってって感じ。でもゆっくり休んでね。さよならしたくないよ。おやすみ。いい夢見てね。Will it work on people who self-sabotage though? Maybe you gotta incorporate a different counseling technique. I'm gonna be starting that course. I'm gonna be thinking about theories. Oh god, that sounds so fun. I asked earlier because but I don't know. Well, I know. Okay. Sorry, that took a moment. I understand. I can't give you very good advice about that just because like I am not yet a licensed mental health professional. But I can say that I do think that good listening skills are important. I've learned that they are very important, you know. A lot of people with very negative thoughts tend to feel alone. They tend to feel isolated. They feel like no one understands. So I think like showing that you're there and showing that you hear, you're picking down, you're picking up what they're putting down is very important. But yeah. Oh, I love you lots, Allie. Oh, I love you. Never been to therapy, but the conclusion I came to is similar to others, focusing on appreciation and contentment for the present rather than chasing a distant happiness determined by societal norms. Yeah, I can agree with that. It definitely requires a shift in the mindset. And what works, like setting goals for yourself is not always easy, and a lot of times like you're not gonna follow through with them. Like I don't follow through with half my goals, you know. But you know, like having something to look forward to, having something to work towards, being aware of like your stress levels and taking those breaks when you need to, you know? And it's not easy. It's surprisingly not easy, you know? Would you have a particular age group you'd be interested to work towards? Yes. Right now my mind is sort of set in like family and like couples therapy. Just because like I don't think I can work with, I'm not good with kids. I'm not good with kids, but I've met a lot of people who said I never wanted to work with kids, and like I never thought I would work with kids because like I don't, not that I don't like them. I don't think I've ever met someone that said that, but they were like, I don't think I worked well with kids, and so I never wanted to work with them, and then they end up working with them. So I could end up as one of them is what I'm slightly fearing. I'm a little bit scared that I'm gonna end up working with kids. But if it happens, it happens, you know. Yeah, once again, thank you so much, Aoi. Of course. I mean, I can't give very solid advice. Like, I'm still in my, like, my second term. Like, I'm not... I'm not an expert by any means, but, I can tell you, I can attempt to pull my little fragments of knowledge that I learned from my classes, I guess. Gracias por vivir, Aoi. Oh my god! Gracias por vivir, timekeepers. Working with kids is easy. Is it? I don't know. I think that people who are good with kids and people who know how to... Working with kids for me is really tiring. It's bad because I don't have... It's really hard for me to find like a line of like... I don't know. Like, I can't go up to a kid and be like, yeah, like, bet, you know? Like, bet, I'll play some Bakugan with you. No, like, I don't know. The way that my, like, I don't know, my line of questioning towards kids, like, I feel like it's just not really, it's not what they want. Like, I'm not very expressive. So, like, I'm not always, like, smiling at them, or, like, I'm not, you know... It's hard for me to get down on their level, and definitely when I'm in front of other people, I'm not about to like get down on a kid's level when I'm very self-conscious is what I'm trying to say. But like, it's hard for me to get on the same level as a kid when there's like my mom is next to me, or like an adult is like with me or I'm with friends, you know. Yeah. Oh, I need to sneeze. Just kidding. I did not sneeze. I think it's a mindset thing. Yeah, that's true. I don't empathize with kids very well. I like them. I think they're funny, but I don't know how to interact with them. But I would not be surprised if I end up working with kids in the future. We talked a little bit about working with patients with like schizophrenia and like very severe like mental health like disorders. And that was really interesting. I can't imagine working with that sort of population, but I do think that it is like, it's a possibility. Like, I think if I do internships somewhere like that, it could happen. So I can't imagine that right now. And I might be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but that would, that would be experience, and I'd be excited to have that experience, honestly. It's not, I feel like a lot of people can't really say that they've done that, so. You give very humble and conditional advice. Thank you. I hope I do. I hope I give advice that is like not too out of left field or anything. Aoi needs an adult. Yeah, I do. Aoi laughing at the children. I might. Don't put it past me. One time, my friend brought her, like, maybe... It was very complicated. My friend brought her, like, maybe, like, stepsister, like, young girl, like, 11, 12, 13, to the arcade one day. And I ended up, like, talking with her and, like, interacting with her. But, like, I didn't know how to, like, I was so on her level. Like, I don't know a good balance between being on their level and being the adult in the situation, because I was so on her level that she asked for my Snapchat, you guys. I was like, I wasn't trying to be like biffles with you. I wasn't trying to be like best friends, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how... It's hard. It's hard for me to sort of, like, create that, like, boundary of I want to be friendly and I want to hang out with you because you're like a kid and I have a genuine interest in you, but like we're not gonna be friends, you know. Hold on, you will know. Oh my god, my nose. It's easy for me because kids are easily entertained. If they're shy on really playing games and being friendly goes a long way. Sounds like you can handle kids. I've had moments where I'm like, oh, like I can deal with kids, and other moments where I'm like, they do not like me. Magnetic pull. Yeah, she was like, do you use Snapchat? I'm like, yeah. Are you better with babies? I've never had to babysit. I've never had to deal with like a very small child on my own. So I have no idea actually. Yeah, I never babysat. Let's see. I don't have younger siblings. None of my friends have babies. I would be scared if my friends had babies at this point in their lives. But then again, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm approaching. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'd be very good with babies though. Speaking of advice, would you do an Ollie timekeeper counseling stream? Maybe if I was like licensed. I don't know. Like I wouldn't want to give advice, and well, people do it all the time though. Like I'm gonna give you advice. VTuber gives you advice. I've seen that. I tried to do that once. Maybe if I was like licensed. Actually, no, maybe not, because that introduces a lot of like different like ethics issues. I don't know. I actually don't know. But that's something that I'd be interested in. Yeah, every kid is different. That's true. That's true. It's same with people. You know, some people are more difficult to deal with, and some people you don't vibe with as well. Some kids are just really, really annoying. Actually, that's true. That's very true. My friend had a kid when he was 22. Now that kid's 13. Oh God. That's true. I guess if you like, yeah, if you have kids young, they grow up really, like you're also pretty young when they are in their teens. If you don't have a license, you're less culpable. Yeah. If anything, maybe I should not do it when I have a license. I don't know. You'd be a great singer, Ollie. I hope I can sing. VTuber gives terrible advice is always a funny bit though. That's true. Maybe I'll be one of those. Except I'd feel like I'd get too into it and I'd end up giving real advice anyway. I learned that in the United States, like, you're not allowed to practice. If you have a license in one state, you're not allowed to practice on a client who lives in another state. So if I was from like Ohio, if I was from Ohio and and I had a client who was a native to Ohio, but was traveling in New York, you couldn't give them therapy. Isn't that insane? I learned that. Yeah. Ohio. Middle grades are really private. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'll make it like official licensed counselor. Actually, it's gonna be years before I'm licensed. I shouldn't even say that. But yeah, state laws are pretty crazy. So if your Ohio yeah, if your Ohio client was taking a trip to New York, you would have to say, sorry, you have to come back to Ohio. And if they're like, no, Aoi, my Aoi counselor, my counselor, Aoi Tokimori, like, this is an emergency. You would have to like try to apply for like a temporary license or something like that. Isn't that crazy? Also, excuse me as I eat these chips. Hold on. Uh-oh. My wisdom tooth. My top left wisdom tooth is starting to hurt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What if you're a Zoom counselor? Yeah, I'm very curious about that too. So I'm like, how does telehealth work? Like, how does online therapy work? But I think that I need to ask that to someone else. Because I actually don't know. Is it time to pull it out? Maybe. I'm gonna go to Japan. I'm gonna go back to Japan and do it on no insurance because it's cheaper. And you guys, my mom called me today and she was like, oh, like I have such bad teeth. Like I take such good care of my teeth, which she does. My mom spends like 30 minutes on her teeth every single freaking day, maybe more. Like she has like a retainer and she brushes her teeth. She flosses like at least 2 times a day. Like she uses good toothpaste. Like my mom takes such good care of her teeth, but like she doesn't have good teeth, like healthy teeth. So she's like, I have to get a tooth pulled out. I gotta get an implant. I gotta get all this stuff, like 3 fillings, all this stuff. Guess how much? She said, guess how much it's gonna cost? And I said, how much? And she said, $20,000. What? Isn't that insane? Thought wisdom teeth are no problem. Really? Oh, okay. I've only had my bottom left one taken out. Ugh. There's such a thing as brushing too much. Oh, really? Well, what all does she need? She needs to get a tooth removed. She needs to get a tooth removed. She needs to get like a, what do you call, like an implant? She needs an implant. She needs like 3 fillings. She needs something else. I don't know. Yeah, America. She said $20,000. But like, neither of my parents are really well, my mom's working, but like she's not like working. So I think that they're gonna get a break. Think insurance is gonna kick in a little bit, but still. But yeah, Asia. I'm gonna go to Japan, and if I'm like, oh my god, if I'm like, oh my god, my tooth hurts, my wisdom tooth hurts, I am literally going to go to Japan. I'm gonna go to Japan. Actually, my parents said that the dentists in Mexico are really nice too. Maybe I'll go to Mexico. I'll fly to Mexico, get it taken out. Fly to Mexico, get it taken out, and fly, like, buy a round trip ticket, and it would still cost like 10 times less than getting it removed in America. Huh. Is dental your student benefits package? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh my goodness. How many tooth implants you said your mom has? I don't think she has any. Maybe 1, if any. But I will say no, that she does take really good care of her teeth. And she's always on my ass talking about how I need to take care of my teeth. But her teeth are just not, like, her gums just, like, aren't healthy. Like, I think it's probably just, like, genetic or, like, something like that. But, yeah. The price for a single implant in the UK is just for over 1,000. Yeah, see, it's so expensive. So expensive. BRB wishing upon a shitty server always listen to start out here, so she has to fly to Japan. Yeah, I mean, I have plans to go back. I'm thinking right now. Right now, my friend was like, I'm thinking of doing, like, submitting for Magical Mirai, and I was like, okay, I guess I will too. So, if I get those, I'm definitely gonna have to go back. But I should probably get all of my... honestly, it's not even my home country, and I think I'm gonna go to Japan for all of my medical needs. Just because it's cheaper. It's cheaper on no insurance than it is... I actually don't know how it is in France. Because I just haven't gone to the doctor yet. But... my mom uses dentures. Oh, I think my mom would, like, die if she had to... If my mom had used dentures. Like, if my mom had used dentures, I think she would freak out. I don't know, though. America's overpriced, so otherwise it would be a great place to live. I think America has its issues. I don't know if I would live in America, like, forever. I think it's got its own set of issues. One being that, yeah, healthcare is just way too expensive. But I mean, my friends and family are there, so. Gonna see something that happens sometimes. Yeah. Unfortunately for my mother, because she really, my mom really tries. My mom really tries to take care of her body. Like, she's like, my body is a temple, and she's like on her like her cleanses, her skincare. She's like, you have to put this on your skin, you have to moisturize, you have to do this, wash your face, did you brush your teeth, did you use your scrub? Like, she's very health conscious, but she always ends up with these issues, you guys, like. Brush your teeth. Oh my god, my nose is acting up. Yeah, time laddies. The issue with the US is if you don't live in a nice city, it's real bad. I have not visited a lot of other cities in the US besides my hometown. Oh my god. Once I finish these chips, I'm gonna start wrapping up. So I can go eat my curry. I'm planning to watch, I have plans to watch, hold on. Oh no, my nose. I have plans to watch the Emma Stone movie. Have you guys seen that one? Have you guys seen the movie, the Emma Stone movie? Poor Things, the one that won the Oscar or whatever. She won the Oscar for Best Actress. Correlation between gingivitis and Alzheimer's. That spooked me into good dental health. Ooh. I want to remember Ollie in old age. Please remember me even when you even if you get Alzheimer's, please remember me. 87-year-old guy that comes to my work always says getting teeth pulled was the best thing he did. Getting dentures can be a pain, but once they are perfect, they're just as good as teeth. Oh. The first time I was in New York, I was like, holy, this place is dumb. Oh no. Have you ever visited ye old Canada? I have. I like Canada. No fan of how cities are getting downhill. Yeah. When was the last time you had fast food? It depends on what you consider fast food. If you consider, I guess the last time I had it was Burger King. Like, would you consider a kebab? Would you consider a Turkish kebab like fast food? But I had Burger King when I had it. Last weekend, a little over a week ago. Fast food for me though happens right now because it's not as accessible and not as cheap. Fast food for me happens like once or twice a month, maybe. I don't know. To live in Ireland. Ooh, Ireland sounds fun. The one with Emma Stone. Yes, the one with Emma Stone. I've only seen recently Dune 1 and 2. Oh my god, I have to watch Dune 1 because my dad was like, we're gonna go see Dune 2 in 4D IMAX or whatever. And I was like, okay. The mind forgets, the heart doesn't. Oh my god, Notebook flashbacks. That's what Aoi Watch is for, where you become very forgetful. Oh yeah, you can just look at my stand on your shelf or something. Well, so, yeah, I've never been. I've really like not been to a lot of places in the US. I read France's universal healthcare and subsidized dental care, but Japan ranks top 3 in world dental care. They were good. Japan has always been pretty good, I feel like, from what I've experienced. Most chains are fast food. At least here kebab. Yeah, here kebab really feels like fast food, so I wouldn't know, because I had kebab like earlier in the week this week. You know when you have Alzheimer's, you tend to remember Memories of your youth. So if we get it, we might be repetitively telling our crickets what our mean to me days. That's too real. That's too real. I feel like I would do that. I'd be like, you know, when I was releasing covers, when I was a part of Sony Music Entertainment in Japan, like Doner kebab is fast street food. Yeah. I feel like it just like doesn't. In America, you wouldn't. I feel like you wouldn't consider doner kebabs like fast food unless you live in like a very international area where they sell doner kebab just anywhere. Those giant worms. I don't know what Dune's about. I just know it's sci-fi. You try to get the freaky popcorn bucket? Oh, that's a thing? Burger King here, Whoppers on 3 to 4. That's pretty cheap. That's very cheap. Your clock on the wall. Ah, wait, did you get your clock? I don't have my clock. I never got my clock. Oh, you have. I guess you haven't gotten the. It's only been a month. You're talking about a hypothetical. I get it. Okay, I haven't gotten my clock yet. By the way. Literally, arms don't reach for my always standy. Yay! I'll wake up when this old lady trying to turn on her PC to stream. Oh no. You must have seen the doner kebab was in Tokyo. Oh yeah. The van's in Tokyo. Yeah, doner kebab in Tokyo. That's where I first learned about it because I had never had it in the States. My friends who were really... There was a doner kebab that wasn't too far from school when I first started. And my friends were like, we get kebab! And so I had it a few times. This is basically one of the progenitors of modern sci-fi. Ah. Okay, is it good? It's kind of long, so I was like waiting on it, but maybe I'll watch it on the plane. The reason was certainly something. I walked away saying that was a 3-hour introduction to a story. Are you telling? Is it worth watching? If it's not worth watching, I'm gonna make my dad take me to see a different movie. In almost 3 years of watching, I got no merch. Oh no. Oh no. There's nothing that I can do about that, and like but I feel really bad. It's not even my fault. It's worth watching? Okay. Minimum wage is 6 to 7 USD. Yeah, I guess cost of living is definitely pay versus cost of living is definitely an issue in a lot of places. Second one gets apparently quite far into the story. Then we were at 3. Oh jeez. Yeah, no idea. First one on the plane. Okay. Yeah, that's okay, good idea. I'll watch the first one on the plane. It'll be like my second Timothée Chalamet movie. They've gotten so long. That's true. I wanted to watch Killers of the Flower Moon because it was like one of the nominees for Best Picture, but it's like 230 minutes or something. That's almost 3 hours. No, that's over 3 hours. That's way over 3 hours. That's like 3 hours and that's like 3.5 hours. That's almost 4 hours. That's almost 4 hours. What the hecky? Have any of you guys seen that? I've been wanting to watch it, but I'm like, it's so long. I watched Dune yesterday. I wasn't really feeling it so long. Also, long movies are so much. Yeah. I don't know why. I was like, that's 2 hours. 2.5 hours. No. That's really long. I'm watching Forrest Gump Vanilla silently. Oh my god, Forrest Gump! I love Forrest Gump. Speaking of movies, I'm trying to think. I've never seen a movie on 3 hours. Oh my god, I watched Gone with the Wind. That one's really long. That one took... I had to take a dinner break though. Tom Hanks! Yeah, Tom Hanks is really good. Like a really good actor. Like super solid. My favorite movies are murder movies. Nice. I like horror movies. I haven't watched a good horror movie recently though, just because I just haven't seen a lot recently. Just because like I've been watching a lot of like movies recently. Before I started on like my movie trip, I exclusively watched musicals and horror movies. T. Hanks. Tom Hanks Supremacy. Yeah. Dune is a long movie, but it didn't feel that long to me. That can happen. That can happen. The one I have plans to watch Poor Things today. But like that one's long too. That one's like 2.5 hours, so I have to like set aside time for it, you know. Oh, I have a funny story about Poor Things. Catch Me If You Can. Yeah, Yuko said she watched Catch Me If You Can today. I think you would like. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it. It's the Leonardo DiCaprio plus Tom Hanks one. Is that right? The Steven Spielberg one. Yeah, I have a. Yeah, Leo was very good in it too. Ooh, okay. Silly in a good way. Okay. Yeah, as long as it's not... Again, like, I'm not, like, a fan of, like, super slapstick or whatever, but Catch Me If You Can is based off, like, a true story, right? It's, like, a true story. Is it not? Am I wrong about that? Really enjoyable, especially when you realize... Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm glad I wasn't wrong about that. This Perfect Blue count as a horror movie? I think I would say it's horror-esque. I think it's horror-esque. It's thriller with a few horror-esque aspects. Yeah. You like horror? I do love horror. What type of horror? I'll watch all kinds of things. Like I've seen... I was talking about the other day on Cheeky's Toad too. I like The Grudge. Ju-on, The Grudge was my first horror movie. I was in middle school. Hereditary, I'm a normie. I don't like saying that because it sounds like I'm basic, but like I loved Hereditary. What else? I've seen a lot though. I watched Unfriended. That one was not as great. I have a whole list. I have a very big list of horror movies. Not as big as Shiki's probably, but kind of. True story according to the main character is highly doubted. The Barefoot Bandit. It was stressful for me, but it was worth it. I'm curious. Maybe I'll watch it on the plane. I have a lot of things to do on the plane. I'm gonna do some stuff for school on the plane. I don't know. We'll see how much we'll see how much I end up sleeping instead. But oh yeah. So Poor Things. Emma Stone's in it. It won a few things at the Academy Awards. So I was planning on watching it because I wanted to watch all the Academy Award nominated films for this year. I have not accomplished that very well yet, but anyway. So Poor Things, I was gonna watch it, but my parents watched it before me, and they said, my mom was like, this is a few days ago. My mom was like, oh, we watched Poor Things, and I was like, oh, wow. I was like, I've been meaning to watch it. How was it? And she was like, it was so good, which is weird because my mom doesn't give very high ratings. She doesn't praise recent movies very much. She's very much like, she likes her 80s movies. She likes the movies of like the time period that she grew up in, things that are a little bit older. So a lot of times she hated Barbie, you guys. She did not like Barbie. There are a lot of movies, and I'll ask her like, did you like this movie? Did you like this movie? Like in terms of like the recent movies, and she always says, she's always like, it was okay. It was okay. It was okay. but for Poor Things, my mom was actually like, it was really good. Yeah, she said like, oh, she was like, it kept me she was like, it was 2.5 hours long, but what did she say? She was like, I was so entertained the whole time. I was like, wow, good for you. I can hear you all complaining about Barbie and her. Yeah, she was like, I didn't get it. That movie was so stupid. Like, my mom was very she's very upfront about her opinions. So Yeah, my mother. But she said she liked Poor Things a lot, and so I'm excited to watch it. But apparently, so my mom and my dad watched it together, and the next day, I think they were talking about how they felt about the movie, and she was like, "Oh, but I can't recommend it. I can't recommend it to Aoi because there were too many sex scenes." And I was like, "Mom," "Mom, how old do you think I am? Like, I'm not 6. Mother. She was like, they have too much unnecessary sex. I was like, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm of age. I am of age. Yeah, my parents, I think that my parents have pretty decent taste in movies. Like, I generally like the movies that my parents recommend to me. Yeah, yes, I am always 6 years old in her mind. My purity. I am a pure... Even in adulthood, I am pure and must be protected. Decent taste. As opposed to... It is... did I say decent? I should say it's good, because I think my parents have pretty good taste. Because, like, they've seen a lot of movies. Like, they grew up with the TV. Like, they grew up in the TV age. Like, you know. And she's so many who sees in movies. I can agree with that, but yeah, I think, yeah, she just thought it was a little bit unnecessary, but she liked the movie a lot, so. But in general, yeah, I tend to like the movies that my parents like. My mom loves Shawshank Redemption. I didn't love Shawshank Redemption, but I thought it was a really solid movie. What else? There are some things. There are some movies that I've watched by recommendation of my parents, and I enjoy them a lot. One that would not fall under that category is Saturday Night Fever, but I think for my mom, Saturday Night Fever is very much like a nostalgia hit because she's like an 80s child. She's not a child. She was not born in the 80s, obviously, but she was like, she went through like her adolescence in the 80s, so I think that's sort of like, because she didn't even remember. I told her, I was like, Saturday Night Fever was kind of crazy. Like, it was really dark and like it was a little bit uncomfortable, and she was like, really? I don't think I remember what it was about. I was like, okay. Yeah. Yeah, she grew up in the 80s. Grew up, yeah. They like Top Gun. Maybe my dad enjoys Top Gun, but I don't think, I've never heard him like talk extensively about it. My parents like the 10 Commandments, which is so funny. My parents are the furthest from, is the 10 Commandments, someone has to educate me about this because I don't know, but is the 10 Commandments about religion? Is it about, like, the movie? Is it about, like, religion? Because my parents are the furthest people away from religion ever, but they tend to like movies that are, like, they love the movie The 10 Commandments. What's gonna happen? Is she gonna die? That's funny. Moms like that are kind of cute though. Prince of Egypt, yeah, the animated one, that one's really good. Okay. Based on the story of Moses. Okay. Yeah, my parents like that one. What else? What are some other common household movie names for me? Big. My parents like Big. I love Big. I was telling Iku, I messaged Iku earlier today that I was like, if you like Tom Hanks, you should watch Big. If you ever need to like sort of turn your brain off or you want to make yourself like just feel better about the world because it's really wholesome. I liked it a lot. I like Big. Big is so cute. Add to my list. Yes. Oh my god. Tell me what you think when you watch it. It's really, I think it's really wholesome. The Godfather. I have not seen The Godfather. My aunt really loves The Godfather, but I have not seen it. My mom talks about The Color Purple. We watched The Color Purple. We watched The Color Purple on Christmas, I think. It was really good. I liked it. Another Spielberg movie. At Iku, another Spielberg movie, so you might like it. I think I think you might like it. It's very much, it's a little stressful. It's a little stressful, but it's a little long, but it's like about like, you know, being strong, independent women. I think that you would really like the characters in The Color Purple. Anyway. Yeah. Forrest Gump. Oh, yeah. It's one of my favorites. I told my whole family, I was like, I love Forrest Gump. I cried watching Forrest Gump. I tell my family, my whole family, and every single member of my family goes, where? They're like, where did you cry? They're like, other places to cry? And I was like, I cried at least twice. That's also how Melissa said, yeah, oh my god. Yeah, tell me what you think. The Godfather is a middle song. Yeah, I think that just the idea of like the mafia and like men with guns like kind of just throws me off a little bit. Like I know that it's a classic that I'm going to need to watch someday, but run, Forrest, run! Mazes and Monsters, it's worth a watch. Young Tom Hanks. Oh, young Tom Hanks is really cute. Like in Big, like I really like his character in Big. Yeah, I have not seen The Godfather. Back to the Future. Back to the Future. I was like, ugh, Back to the Future. But then I watched it and I was like, okay, that's pretty good. There are long scenes in The Godfather untranslated Italian. It's a tough watch. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of long. It's kind of long, but it is so famous that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to check it out someday, you know. Life is like a box of chocolates. Yeah, my parents quote that whenever I talk about Forrest Gump. They'll quote that. And there's also they also quote the line where he's at like the government, he's at like the White House or whatever, and he's getting like his award, and then he goes, I gotta pee. My parents like that line too. Have you seen Splash? That's another Tom Hanks one, right? I haven't seen it. I've only heard of it. Yeah. I love Tom Hanks. I was on a Tom Hanks thing. Oh yeah, we were talking about. Oh yeah, me and Iku mentioned like Castaway earlier. Oh, in our line chat, not on this chat, but Castaway. Forrest Gump. Iconic man. Not big on Disney movies, but I love The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Me too. That's one of my favorite Disney movies. I grew up on Alien vs Predator. Whoa, I would have been too scared. I didn't grow up on anything. I grew up on anime because I was too scared to watch things with real people in it, or even Disney movies. I was too scared to watch. So I should say I grew up on Caillou. You guys, I was watching Caillou and like I think I've mentioned this before, but I watched like shows that were meant for babies for way too long. Way too long. Like and then as a result, like going into like Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, like I was too late. Like I was very late to the party. Caillou grew up to be One Punch Man. That's the hottest thing. That's the weirdest conspiracy theory I've ever heard. Caillou. The music in Backyardigans is fire though. I'm kind of curious if it actually affects children's taste in music. Sometimes I think about that because I feel like a lot of my taste in music, or sometimes I'll hear a very like not childish melody, but like a melody that seems like it would belong in a kid's show, and I'm like, this goes so hard. I don't know. But yeah, I was watching kids shows forever. I watched Caillou. My mom hates Dora, you guys. My mom hates a lot of things, but my mom has a few like hot takes about kids shows. She thinks Dora's annoying. She thinks she wouldn't let me watch Cyberspace, you guys. Cyberchase? Sorry, Cyberspace. She wouldn't let me watch Cyberchase. Yeah, R.I.P. Dora. I know, she thought Dora was annoying because, I don't know, she was like, her voice is so annoying. Cyber Chase. I know. My mom, oh my god, my nose sounds like it's really stuffed right now. Cyber Chase, I wasn't allowed, or like my mom didn't want me to watch Cyber Chase as a kid, which is why I think I'm bad at math. That's my theory. My theory about why I'm bad at math is because my mom didn't let me watch Cyber Chase. I don't think she realized that it was about math, because like she only wanted me to watch quote unquote like educational things as a kid. Which is why I never watched SpongeBob. Well, actually, I don't know if I would want to watch SpongeBob anyway, because it was kind of like out of my... Maybe that's why I don't like comedy, you guys, because I didn't like SpongeBob as a kid. But yeah, there were a lot of shows that I just didn't watch because I was too late. So I watched like Caillou. I watched Maya and Miguel. It's Maya and Miguel. What they will do next, you never can tell. I watched, but I was a scaredy cat as a kid. I was a scaredy cat as a kid because I couldn't watch JJ the Jet Plane. I screamed and cried, apparently. Didn't want to watch JJ the Jet Plane. But that's understandable, he's kind of creepy. Yeah, SpongeBob. Should just stick with Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill. That was Bill Nye the Science Guy is good. That's good. Oh, Ika was talking about Bill. Ika was talking about how weren't you talking about how like the Magic School Bus is like you were thinking about how the Magic School Bus was creepy or something? I don't know why. I don't know why that never occurred to me. Maybe it's because I was like, maybe it's because I was in school and I felt like I was in a safe place, so that kind of just like turned off my like scary, like my scary radar. Dora is a mess show. I wasn't really watching it, so I don't really know. Magic School Bus, yeah. She needs to be investigated for child endangerment. Someone sue her. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I watched as a kid. But I was watching very like little kids shows for a really long time, and so that led my transition to Disney Channel and Nickelodeon to be really late. So I am not like, I think a lot of people my age were like, I loved when I was really little, like when I was in elementary school or whatever, like I watched That's So Raven, I watched Wizards of Waverly Place, but those are shows that I didn't watch because I was too late to the party. I was like Good Luck Charlie. I was like Good Luck Charlie and like Jessie because I was like a little bit later. Like I was a few years later than everyone else. Not in age, but in like the type of shows that I like to watch. Yeah, I was late. Dragon Tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragonland. Good show. Magic School Bus. Remember that time Arnold decided he'd rather take his helmet off in space and put up with his cousin for another minute? Oh my god. Magic School Bus. Did you really see Drake and Josh? No, I was not a Drake and Josh. If anything, it was like, I watched a little bit of Zoe 101 and that's it. It is late, but I'm not like, I'm not, I don't know, like, for me, it was just a few years, I think, like, yeah, but late is late, I guess. Did you watch VeggieTales at private school? No, because I wasn't, we weren't like a Christian. We weren't a Christian private school. Do you know what I do remember? My memories of VeggieTales though was like coloring in the Olive Garden menus. The Olive Garden menus that had VeggieTales on them. You know the iCarly song? I do. I was an iCarly and Victorious gal though. I love the crossover episode. Good episode. Have you ever watched the movie Aquamarine? I have not. iCarly was way better since I saw Drake and Josh. Yeah, because she's like the sister, right? I have not seen it. Not too much. Like bits and pieces probably, but That was some brainwashing. Yeah, I've never seen VeggieTales. I only know that it's like Christian. Victorious is my favorite TV show based. I love Victorious. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go get. Actually, you know what? Before I run out of tissues, I'm gonna stop stream. Oh my goodness. It's a mermaid movie. I really wanted to watch it as a child and I watched it recently. It's not the one where like the mermaid, like she's trapped in the tank because like someone. My mom was telling me about this movie about like a mermaid that's trapped in like a tank and like her mom or something. Maybe it's not her mom, but like someone like doesn't want to let her go. Yeah, was it good? My mom was talking about it and she kind of like trauma dumped. Not trauma dumped, but she was like, it reminded me of myself because she was like, she said to me, she was like, I don't know, like I feel like, am I doing that to you? And I was like, Mom! Yeah, it was like, she was about to trauma dump and I was like, okay, Mom, you're fine, you're good. It's not good, but like it's enjoyable as a time capsule movie. Ah, one of those. I feel it. Oh. I'm very trapped in a tank. I do not know which movie that is. Apparently it's Aquamarine. She let you so free all the way to Japan. I know, yeah, that's true, you know, like she's not, I've heard much worse, you know. I feel like if I watched as a child, yeah, I feel like there are some movies like that. That's kind of how I feel about, that's kind of how I felt about Nightmare Before Christmas. I can appreciate the art and like, I can appreciate it as like a work of art. Again, but like it's not like, because I never watched it as a kid. If anything, I'm more into Corpse Bride because I watched Corpse Bride as a kid. Anyway, I'm gonna end stream before my nose like dies and there's nothing I can do to deal with it. Anyway. Try putting a little Vaseline and moisturizer and your noses. Oh yeah, it is gonna like, especially because I'm using toilet paper, it's definitely, my nose is gonna get dry. Let me see. Oh god, I thought to myself, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make my schedule during the stream. I did not do that. Maybe I'll do that later. Anyway, so that means I like don't have a schedule right now. But just know that I'll probably be singing tomorrow. So and it'll be at like the same time as usual. So same time as today. I'll probably just be like singing for a little bit. I'll take requests. But I'm not gonna be like. I want to keep it archived. So we'll see how many requests and stuff can happen. Hold on. Okay. Ugh. There's a scene where the main character falls into a pool and she panics because she's afraid of water and her friend runs up to the lifeguard and said her parents drowned! No! Thank you for the blessings, Tasukaru, arigato! Thank you. Ugh. My nose. Okay. Sabi Tasukaru, arigato. Arigato. You were the blessings. Okay, I think I only have, Conrad sent a gifted membership earlier, so thank you for that. Oh my god, my nose! It's the kind of, like, unpredictable runny nose where it's, like, at, like, random times, so it's be like, oh god, it's time! Oh. Oh my god. What do your parents think about us saying Tasukaru to your sneezes? They don't know what Tasukaru means, so... They don't know what Tasukaru means, so it's okay. Is it allergies? I think so. Which is weird because I've been airing out, like I've been ventilating and I mopped the floor yesterday, and like vacuumed and everything, so it's like there shouldn't be too much dust or like anything like that, but maybe the allergies are just, maybe the pollen is bad today, I don't know. I just keep pocket changes on me with this one. I have this issue where every time I get off a plane, like my nose starts running, which is so stupid. This has never happened. This past year has been a horrible year for me in terms of like like my nose running. I don't know why. Like this has never happened to me. Anyway. Thanks for the Zatsu. Always look forward to them. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Might have been bad too. I can't stop sneezing. Yeah, I keep sneezing. My nose is such. Ugh, I don't know what this is. Let me open the super chat reader. Here we go. Ugh. Might be the French pollen. Yeah, I honestly, that might be like very possible. Either that or like my cat allergies are flaring up more than usual today, which might be possible too. Sometimes I feel totally fine, and other times I'm like dying. I didn't know I had pollen allergy until I moved back to Japan. Yeah, and like some people I know, yeah, it's definitely the like what pollens you're sensitive to are definitely like different per person and like per country, and like it's always the French. Yeah, sensitive noses. But yes, Conrad, thank you so much for the gifted membership today. Arigato, thank you, and welcome in to a new member. Thank you. Dingo says couldn't make it to most of the stream, but I hope everyone had a good time. Thank you, Dingo. It was a lot of tangents as usual, lots of Zatsu. And I'm gonna be streaming again. I'm gonna be streaming again tomorrow at the same time. I'm gonna do some singing, so I hope that you can make it to that as well. Arigato, thank you for the donation. Arigato. And then Pork Chop says, "We'll miss you lots. I'll have a safe trip, and please give our love to Toki family. Be safe and take care out there. Love you lots." Thank you, Pork Chop. I will be. Yes. Oh my goodness. Is it not updated? Oh yes, it is. It's all good. Thank you. Yeah, I will try to enjoy my flights. Actually, I'll try to enjoy my flights, but I also need to do my like schoolwork, and I need to like, I don't know. I should probably read or watch movies and stuff. So I don't know, but I will enjoy it as much as I can. I'm gonna bring my like iPad. I'm gonna bring my iPad and like my portable keyboard so I can do like schoolwork. Ugh. But yeah, thank you so much for the membership milestone. 22 months. Arigato. Oh my god. Hopefully we'll celebrate. You know what? We'll celebrate 2 years of membership maybe in like early May or late April. Maybe late April. The day I come back from my last leg of traveling. Trying to get some sleep so the jet lag doesn't hit us hard. Yeah, hopefully it won't be too bad. I mean, my sleep schedule is pretty reversed anyway, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't hit too bad. Schoolwork. Immortal Flames is streaming as much as you streaming as much as you can lately. As you come lately has helped me to go from very sad to the end of Prism feeling hopeful. I'm glad. Looking forward to continue to cheer you on. Thank you so much. Yes, I will still be here. Won't be streaming as much. Won't be streaming as much for April, but I will be seeing you around. If anyone invites me to a collab, I'll try to make it, unless I'm like out or something. And I will try to do as many solo streams as I can, while dealing with school and travel and stuff. So you'll be seeing me in April nonetheless, and then I'm not going anywhere as well. So yeah, I'm glad that you are feeling hopeful. And thank you for being a member for 13 months. Arigato! And Dingo, thank you for the heart. Thank you for the Aoi wows. Dingo wow. Thank you for being a member for 20 months. Arigato! Ametsu. Here we go. Hora. Ohayo. Okay, 明日も、今はちょっとスケジュールがないんだけど、明日同じ時間帯から配信したいと思います。明日カラオケします。で、次の日からちょっと帰国とかいろいろと旅行するので、その次会えるのはコラボになるかなと思います。Thank you for the stream. Oh, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, everyone. I had a really good time. Last KP. Yeah. And I am almost officially out of tissues. So, let's see. It looks like Mina-chan is streaming right now. I played with Mina-chan the other day when we played Phasmo. Let me see if any other Prism girls are going to start streaming soon, but I do not think that is the case. So, let's raid into Mina. OK。今日はミーナちゃん、この間ハズも一緒にやってくれたミーナちゃんにリードしたいと思います。今日は来てくれてありがとう。また明日歌枠で会いましょう。そして今週、楽しいコラボがいっぱいなので、それにも来てください。ぜひぜひ。はい。Alright, you guys. Thanks so much for coming today. Thanks for hanging out. I love you so much. And I will see you again tomorrow at the same time, at the same place. Bye-bye! Otsumori deshita! Thanks for hanging out, letting me ramble. Letting me talk, letting me do my thing. I love you all very much. Otsumori! Bye-bye!